This episode brought to you by Mandarin Oranges. It's not the ending you expected, but it's still pretty juicy.
Hey everybody, we're watching Iron Man 3 and you're listening to Miscast Commentary.
Ding ding.
Welcome to Miscast Commentary's Movie Marathon.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
With two guys actually crazy enough to get this done.
And I have a bow and arrow.
Now here are your hosts,
Language!
Joe Findlay and Todd Murray.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Findlay.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we begin phase 2 of the
Weeby.
MCU today.
We be jamming.
We be Iron Man.
Iron Man, oh. That's the was it called? Not Culture Club. What was it called? It was their version of
Circle?
Lean on Me, not Inner Circle.
UB40?
Not UB40. Close enough. Who cares? Let's roll.
Hey, all right. Yeah, so
Fuck. Damn it now. Damn it.
well, we're already angry, so let's start this
Fucking
bad boy
angry.
by pressing.
Press play now. Now. When I said now the first time, that's when you should have pressed it.
I didn't.
I'll tell you what's happening on the screen. Weird things. Weird
So far,
green
nothing.
floaty things.
So
Oh,
this
oh.
this is an interesting one.
Oh God.
Because this is a very I feel like of all of the Marvel movies, this is the most human centric, like about the
Yeah.
person and not the hero.
Like the least amount of this movie should have been called Tony Stark 2 because this part 2 of Iron Man was oh fuck.
yeah, it's basically like
Oh, this is my jam, yo.
yeah, I don't understand why this why this song makes it. This is a great one though. It's what was the name of the band that sang Blue on Blue Dabo Dee Da?
I don't know. They should have been called Blue.
Also UB40. We don't know the name of any bands in this episode.
No, we
That's
do
gonna
not.
be the thing.
Nope.
So this was the last movie, if I'm not mistaken, that contained the Paramount logo in any way, shape, or form.
Ooh.
So they were no longer
is it for them.
distributing. They were no longer distributing the movie, but there was something in the contract that they were still supposed to appear.
Hey, that's what's her name?
Yes, it
Who
is.
is
What's
that
her
girl?
name?
Hey,
Her
she's
name's-
in lots of stuff.
Her name's Rebecca Hall. She was in The Prestige, Vicky Cristina Barcelona, Frost Nixon, The BFG, The Town. She's currently in Holmes and Watson.
The Town. That's what I know her in.
And she's
Where's-
in the upcoming Godzilla's come. Oh, this is Jensen from the first movie. He's
Oh,
the one who
yeah.
actually puts the.
I thought he
thing in his
died. I
heart.
thought he was.
He did. This is a flashback.
Uh,
So remember, he said during the thing that they met at a party very briefly once. This was that party.
Oh, wow. Way to go, Shane Black.
That girl, you know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of like the chick from horror movies, specifically though Friday the 13th, like Jason Goes to Hell. One, you remember the one who was like riding the dude before she gets split in half?
Yes, that was an awesome one. Like, what a
like
great kill. Oh, Guy Pearce.
They ugly. See, this reminds me a lot of the Jamie Foxx as Electro thing. I'm such a nerd. I'm gonna be the bad guy. But they made him like a Saved by the Bell level nerd.
This
They
guy.
Start like Jamie Foxx too, but him as well. Like I'm like, you couldn't just make him a little bit awkward or a little bit like just a little nervous. Like why did he have to have like be like the dude from Something About Mary with the cane? He's I'm Norm.
Oh, yeah, buddy. I like that guy.
I like him a lot, but like
I knew halfway through this movie essentially what was going on.
Yeah,
I was like, they didn't got Guy Pearce in here this whole time for nothing.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're gonna get one of the bigger stars we can actually get. Ooh, see on there.
Oh, yeah. What a dick move.
I wonder. This is kind of cool though, that he gets to play Tony Stark in like his vintage Tony Stark for a little bit. Because I mean, a lot of time has passed now. It's been like 6 years or something like that since he's played
changed,
in the beginning. So it's like,
especially since the events that transpired in the Avengers feature film 1.
yeah, look at the bloody haircut that they put
Oh
on
my
Jon
lord!
Favreau.
Look at him. Like, what in the hell?
Favreau was actually happy.
Is he playing John Travolta from Pulp Fiction at a Christmas party?
Pretty
like, what
much.
in the fuck?
Pretty much, but yeah, he said though that he can have more fun playing happy in this one because he was.
It's years ago.
No. It's because he's not directing the movie. He's not concerned about that. He can just
Be
play
his
with the character
character.
and stuff. He said it was very much like being a proud grandfather. He's like, I don't have to change the diapers anymore. I just get to play with the baby. And I was like, that's kind of
exactly.
a cool
That's not a bad way to
analogy,
put it, actually. Yeah.
So, and it obviously he didn't end on a bad relationship with Marvel, or he wouldn't be in these things anymore, right?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Like, so
He just has other shit to do.
and he produced a lot of these ones afterwards too.
He's still did he do the Mowgli? No, that was Andy Serkis. He's got something coming out.
He did Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
And he's got Lion King.
Lion King. That's what I saw. I just saw the preview for Lion King.
Yeah, he's doing fantastic.
Hey, that's coming up soon. What a weird.
That's
isn't that
very weird. Yeah,
The closest movie that we watched to our actual New Year's right now is New Year's. How
mind
many
you,
days
this
are
will
we-
take
what
place
day is it?
after New Year's.
Well, no,
today's the 29th.
for them.
For them, it's the.
They know
5th.
we're traveling through time.
Yeah.
Time is look. This is how I spend most New Year's Eves. Like, what a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
I'm always on the thing, crouched down with a cane, crying at fireworks.
I was gonna tell you. So so Shane Black, we've talked about him before because he was in Predator and these sort of things. He is the director of this movie. We talked about he was 22 when he wrote Lethal Weapon.
Who?
Shane Black. He wrote The Last
I
Boy
like
Scout.
Shane Black.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah. Last Action Hero. He directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, The Predator. He's doing the upcoming movie Doc Savage with The Rock.
Oh, no shit.
So he's got that going off. Interesting little thing about him, though. Apparently in Lethal Weapon 2, he wanted to kill off Riggs. So, like, when he gets hurt at the end there, and it's like... it kind of looks like he's gonna die. He killed him in his script, but then the studio wanted him back, wanted like to make another movie and all this stuff. So they're like, no, we're not gonna kill him. And then they rewrote his script. So then he left the project at that point.
Right.
So and has not worked with them since.
Favreau.
Drew Pearce, not related to Guy Pearce. I looked it up. He wrote Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation. He's writer on this one. He directed Hotel Artemis.
Okay, yeah.
And he wrote and directed the Marvel one-shot that follows this movie up, which is about Ben Kingsley's character in jail.
Oh.
So, which was
I don't
good.
think I've seen that.
Oh, it's really good. We'll talk about it when we get further down,
cool.
when it's when it's closer to the thing.
Drop the needle.
So, as we did say, this is the first movie of Marvel's Phase 2. I like the thing.
He's really...
Yeah.
Really into himself here, eh?
I like that he has the collection of all the Iron Men behind him and stuff like that. So the whole idea is that he's, the whole idea is that he's been obsessing about just making Iron Man Iron Man after Iron Man after Iron Man, which really leads into this movie should have immediately preceded Avengers 2 because his obsessions in that like really play into it and stuff like that, right?
So this is okay, yeah. So this is after the events that took place.
Yeah. So he's actually going through like.
Is this
PTSD.
wait? Is this still a flashback?
No, this is present day now.
Oh well, isn't he the cock of the walk? Where's Pepper Potts? Holy fuck!
Well, she's around. She's not in the room with him at every time.
Even though like well, she clearly should be.
Yeah.
He's a man, baby. He needs people to take care of him. I clearly like he's trying out new cool ways to like put the suit on.
Yeah.
Even though he essentially had like nanobots like putting it on for him in the last one. So like, where are you gonna go here?
No, not in Avengers. Avengers, he had the wrist things that he wore. Remember, he jumped out, he went off, and then it wrapped around him. Now he's got implants that are doing it.
Whoa!
Boom! He's got to have that.
He's gonna have like goofiness with the Shane Black stuff.
Yeah. Well, they got plenty of that going on in these ones. Him and Shane Black and Robert Downey Jr. have a pretty decent relationship with each other, which allows for these kind of things. And plus, I don't think like Robert Downey Jr. has had so much freedom with this character through the whole thing. Like he's actually had a lot to. He's had a lot of input, and he's had a lot of input in this movie as well, and gets to improv more than probably any of the
Oh yeah, totally. They just give him like free reign.
But the problem is he nails it every time. So how do you not do that?
Yep.
They very much wanted to go away from the Mandarin as a Chinese guy and stuff like that. So they were like, because they didn't want him to be any kind of a specific racial stereotype or anything like that. So he's not Middle Eastern. He's not anything. And this is just speaking of him as the Mandarin right now. For now, we know him as the Mandarin.
Well, yes. We just saw him as Mandarin.
Exactly.
Here he is.
So they basically said that he's just a guy, he hides behind symbols, and his symbols happen to be all Chinese and dragon, which is where he got the name the Mandarin, is how they wrote this character for this movie. It's essentially how they did it. What
was like the Mandarin? Because I always read that like Mandarin was like Iron Man's #1 bad guy.
He was his #1. He had
what
like
was
magic.
his?
He
Yeah,
had
his
like
magic,
rings.
right?
He had the rings, and he had like so he could do magic.
Yeah, he was like a magician.
So, and we're not in that realm yet. I think that the Mandarin could exist now, in like a Doctor Strange world.
They could still explain this movie too, because they could all just be, oh my God, there was William Sadler.
Yeah.
Oh
the president of the
my
United
Lord.
States. This is
He
like
should be the real president.
This is actually a well-directed video. This
video, this one here. I think I could direct a Middle Eastern propaganda video pretty well.
Yeah, no, but I just I just thought they did a really good job. Like it was acted well. It was edited well. And just everything was good on that one.
Oh, and to Jack in the way. That's like we're gonna do soon.
You got it.
And it'll just be an entire episode of miscast commentary. Breaking news.
We're still talking. Oh, never stop.
But what we need to do is put our breaking news over top of actual breaking news.
Yeah.
Like zombies are attacking. This is for real. Breaking news.
Nice.
Watch this miscast commentary.
I didn't know apparently that the Iron Patriot was the Green Goblin in the Marvel universe.
Say that again?
Iron Patriot was the Green Goblin, was in the Iron Patriot costume, and then in this one they utilize it in a different way. I like that. I think they did a good job with what they did with Iron Patriot and this. It kind of creates a weird separation between the two guys, but at the same time they still are best friends and they respect each other. And he's
that is what he turned into though, wasn't it? Iron Patriot.
He's now, but like he goes back to War Machine after this because
he's like, fuck this Iron Patriot shit.
Mm-hmm. There was a Super Bowl trailer, I guess, that promised an extended look at this movie prior to it coming out, and the extended look was literally just Robert Downey Jr. staring at you through the screen. Like there was no footage of the movie.
Nice.
It was just that he gave you an extended look.
Oh, that's awesome. An extended look.
I like that a lot.
I really like that actually. Look at this nerdo. Get out of here, nerd. Chest kick this kid.
Dick.
Tony Stark only talks to hot babes.
Yeah. Yeah, and she is a hot babe.
Exactly. Oh, look at that. Hey.
Yeah, just got a little Christmas Story
hey,
reference.
fucking right on.
The first little.
I guess this movie's big all over the States too, huh?
Oh, yeah. Christmas Story is huge in the States. We only think that it's like a big thing specifically here because it was shot here. Well, some of it was shot.
Right.
Here, but it was also shot in the States. It was also starring American stars. And I love, this movie doesn't get enough credit. Like for
that's
what's
right.
going on and stuff.
I forgot about this whole thing.
Like he's going through legit PTSD, and then this is another important part. This is the only place he feels good.
It's inside the suit.
It's the only place he feels safe, and I give a lot of credit to Shane Black. This one it just kind of gets lost in everything else that happened around it. It's the first movie after Avengers.
Yeah.
Right. So
I keep forgetting that.
It's.
Even though we're watching them in order, that's the thing we're doing. When she got, and the kid even leans over and goes, "Wow, what's up with the wormhole?"
Yeah, exactly.
Can you fart in the wormhole? Yeah. I don't know, kid. I'm freaking out.
Yeah. I will tell you about it later. I promise.
Oh, look! He shaved his mustache off. Well, party days are over. There's Pepper.
This has been a decade later.
There she is. She's just came back from the Coldplay concert.
Yeah, exactly.
And feeding her baby.
This is why they broke up, because he goes, and they were all yellow, but she only wears white.
What's that?
So it was like, well, we have to have a conscious uncoupling.
When she breastfeeds her baby, it's like a fruit smoothie.
Mm-hmm. Bambi is actually the name of the secretary in the comics. Apparently, is Bam. I don't remember what the last name was, but that's actually like Bambi. A character who is in the comic books.
Does anybody actually name their children Bambi?
Not since they got, because they're like, well, if I do that, I'm going to get shot. Yeah. So yeah, it's
got bad vibes all over that name.
Little known fact: the reason Bambi's mother was killed was because giving her son a shitty name. That was her son too. That was,
That
even
was her
worse.
son.
Her son, it was named
Yeah,
Bambi.
it's a boy's name. It's a
It's a unisex.
yeah,
name.
exactly. Uh-oh, here we go.
Guy.
Whoa,
motherfucking Pierce.
boy, does he ever look
Sexed
different.
up. It would have been the best if he still had the exact same hair. He's just like, I don't walk on a cane anymore. Love it.
So how did he fix himself? We're gonna hear
we're
nanobot
yeah.
technology.
He has
shot
nothing
it
to do with
into my
nanobots.
spine.
You've been saying nanobot a lot. Nanobots have not come into the situation.
Well, they're coming.
They're
They're
coming.
nanobots of the future.
You know they're
in the
there.
end.
Guy Pearce, he was actually considered. I'm trying to find him right now. Hold on. He was considered to play Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins, but he was considered too young for the role, like to be like a
Right.
like because he was like it's essentially him and dude are the same age, and they're like, yeah, that doesn't really work. Obviously, his big roles, I like Confidential, Ravenous, Memento, King's Speech, Prometheus, Alien Covenant. He's got a bunch of a lot of Dutch stuff coming up. Like, or at least a lot of Dutch actors, like they're filming there or whatever. Brian De Palma's doing one of them.
Ooh, Brian De Palma's back.
But again, it's all like Dutch people. But it's like him. He's in the relationship with, I think, Clarice Van Houten, who is in Game of Thrones and stuff like that. Danish or Dutch type of person. And yeah, I don't know if he's just living there now or whatever, but that seems to be the thing. He's in the Vin Diesel movie Bloodshot that's coming out.
New Vin Diesel?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah,
is it one of these shit action? What's it called? What's the name of it?
Well, if it's a Vin Diesel, it's called Bloodshot.
Oh god. It's called Bloodshot.
Of course it's going to be a shit.
It's a sequel to The Last Witch Hunter.
Oh good god. Yeah, he can't seem to wrap his head around the fact that if it doesn't have the word fast in it, it's not going to make money for him.
Yeah.
So
he's hitting on Stark's old lady. He's like, look at, I'm just as impressive with the electronics.
Yeah. He also turned down the role of Daredevil in the one that went to Ben Affleck back in 2003.
He was up for Daredevil. Thank God he didn't get that turkey.
Yeah, exactly. But then you almost start to wonder. You're like, would it
look
have
at
been
this
different?
guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's
fucking all over.
He's a groper. This is what I do.
He's an aggressive motherfucker.
This is shit my HR has warned me very specifically about not getting into. I'm sitting in Master Control.
Stop showing women like the hologram of inside your body and touching them a lot.
This is my vas deferens.
Stop.
My sperm goes through you. Why are you talking about?
He's got his. He knows what's up, right? He's eyeballing this fucking dude over here reading the Forbes magazine upside down. Oh, Pepper Potts. Mm-hmm. Isn't that weird to have a? If you were as popular as these people, would you want to have a magazine with your face on it in the lobby of the building you own?
Ideally, yeah. I like having my face on every magazine. I'm trying to get into L Junior right now. It's not happening.
L Junior. No, you'll be a page that says like, "Don't be like this guy."
Yeah, exactly.
Or look out for this man in your neighborhood. I don't know why they would put that in L.
Yeah,
but
they just
like
want
missing children.
I'm also
and
on.
stuff.
I'm in the exact same article that's all over like the Associated Press, like sourced it out. I'm in O Magazine. I'm on the cover with Oprah, and she's going like, "No, you don't." Like,
no, you don't.
No, she's not. Fucking Rosie Perez.
Mm-mm.
No, you didn't. No.
Those apple slices have been sitting there for a while.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Guy Pearce there playing Killian. Jude Law was actually offered the role or considered for the role.
Nice. He's in Captain Marvel, isn't he?
Yeah, he is in Captain. That's the thing.
Like
everybody who auditions for a role ends up getting a role somewhere else. Like he's
not even a superhero though. He just plays some guy in the movie.
Well, I was reading that Falcon. He auditioned for a role in, I believe it was this actually. It was this or Thor 2, and which makes me guess this that much more. But he got turned down for it, but then he ends up getting Falcon. Like, so is that like we've got something better for you, or?
No, like we talked before, they always keep him in the Rolodex, man. Mm-hmm. They're like, they can feel it though. Like somebody comes in, they're like, you're not right for this role, but I can see you as something. I can't visualize it yet. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, boom, that's the guy right there, Falcon.
For sure.
So like, hey, I think we should write Falcon. And there's like, boom, that guy, what's his name?
What's whose name?
Buddy Falcon. Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, that's the one.
Is that his name?
I kept wanting, yes.
Yeah.
I kept wanting to say Sam something, which is why I didn't bring it up. So I do apologize.
Don't bring it up then, okay?
Sorry, not
it's
sorry.
A little sensitive on that one. Look at this suave motherfucker now.
Oh yeah.
This whole game.
What is it about the slicked back hair that makes you just want to have sex with?
I don't know. It's like that snake oil salesman. It's like, I know you're lying to me, and I find that hot.
I have such a beautiful full head of hair that I gotta grease it back so it doesn't like attack you.
No, because you got to be greasy. It's natural evil grease.
Yeah.
It's secreted from the glands.
So what's interesting though is he's the head of AIM, is the name of his company, but in the comics it's actually just like they basically are an offshoot of Hydra.
These dudes?
Yeah, so it's just like
Mandarin and his shit.
No, not even.
Whoa.
Well, just specifically him, like Killian and that group that is his company. Because Mandarin is the 10 Rings, that's his group.
You see, wow, one meeting with this guy, and she's like falling all over him. He almost tongue kissed her in the parking lot of Tony Stark's building, and she would, if he would have said, "Come into the car, let me eat your poontang out," she would have jumped right in there.
She would have said, "No, I have a jade stone in there," and I've brought that up a lot. I think every single one of the Marvel movies that she's been in, I have talked about a jade rock being in this lady's poosay.
One of the fucking Infinity Stones.
Oh yes,
the one that helps you finagle at the flea market. That's all it does.
The G-spot.
It helps you finagle flea market deals.
I love this thing.
Look at the size of that fucking thing.
So apparently that's a really big thing in like Shane Black movies. There's a lot of Christmas. If you look there's a on the fireplace, there is a stocking for Vision, and not for Vision, for Jarvis, and it's Vision's colors.
No, where? Right on the thing there?
If you
they gotta turn the thing
it's
here.
the one furthest to the left on the fireplace. You'll see it's red, green, and yellow.
Okay, they just had a shot of it too for a second there.
Exactly.
Wow, was that on purpose? You think? That's not even him. He's like downstairs freaking out. This is just a robot.
Mm-hmm. But that's to me that's to me. I'm wondering. I'm like, did they already have that plan? Because they plan their movies in the phases, and seeing as Avengers 2 was the end of this phase,
right?
That they must have known it was coming, right?
He's not in there. He's at the bar getting loaded.
I love facial.
Do they deal with his PTSD in this, or does it just kind of go away?
Well, yeah.
There should have been some of those short episodes with these
on the left. You can start.
Damn it! Rewind.
No, can't do it.
Watch. See. Oh, he's not even there.
I like it. It's coming up with more.
Jerk.
I would do this all the time. How
Have
else
the robot pleasure your wife?
How else do you plan? Do you like parent and shit like that?
Oh no, come on. I would do it in the big one though, the old school suit with the flamethrowers. I'm sure parenting children would be a lot easier if you flamed them.
My son would love it if I was just shooting flames all around.
Do it. I see flames.
He would just go, "Do it again, do it again." So this was a $200 million budget, this movie, which is kind of crazy. Like, given Shane Black, I mean, he had some experience, obviously, directing. He's done other movies and stuff like that. But, like, he wasn't somebody who had so many things behind him that you would think, oh, throw $200 million at this guy.
$200 million.
But this movie actually is number 2 for where we're at right now. So we've done up to Iron Man 3. This is the number 2 highest grossing of all the movies.
Wow.
So Avengers was number 1 with $623.4 million domestic. This made $409 million domestic.
Well, plus this one was right after the Avengers, so people must have been like, "We need to see the fallout.
We need to see what happens next." And then Avengers was $1.52 billion worldwide. This was $1.2 billion for worldwide. So this made a lot of money.
It's a couple bucks.
Yeah,
it's a couple of bucks in
the
really piggy bank.
And that tells you that they're doing something right. That 2 straight movies make over $1 billion for you. Like, that's something.
That's good contract negotiation staff, let me tell you.
Yeah. They also opened at a really good time.
How much money do you think that bumps up your pay grade if you're like in $1 billion movie? Well, he was already making shit tons of money anyways.
He was. I think this was right around the time he went up, because this was theoretically his last movie. Right. He didn't really want to continue doing it. They actually had a plan for a post-credits sequence. He was going to actually fly to space, and that was the first time you were going to see the Guardians of the Galaxy. Because in the comics, he's a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy now.
Oh, neato.
So that was going to be your in for Guardians. That's coming up in a few movies.
He's having a wet dream. Oh, here we go.
Oh, he just came right there, actually.
Ooh.
So, but yeah, so
That was a terror ejaculation.
Yeah, exactly, which is the only kind I have. But the yeah, but the thing though is, yeah, he was basically,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, he was really unsure that he was even going to be in any more of these movies, or it was a ploy to continue to be able to continue on with a bit more money. I don't know either way, but but yeah, so they had to abandon that, going, well, we can't tease that he's going to be, because he was going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy a little bit too.
Right.
And they're like, well, we can't go ahead and say that's going to happen if it might not. So they had to go a different direction.
Oh, I like the way they went, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with their, he flies so high that he bangs into a spaceship. It's the Guardian, holiday Iron Man special where, look who's here now, the Guardians.
For sure.
Roll that dog tag. I keep thinking about the war. I keep thinking about the prices of popcorn at Man's Chinese Theater and that creepy silver fucker out there.
There's a guy on Clifton Hill in Niagara Falls who does that too, and he's
I like Sylvelvis.
He's kind of a
in front of the
shithead.
Eaton Center.
Yeah, I think they're all Sylvelvis, because the guy in front of although I think he's Gold Elvis.
No, there's Gold Elvis.
in
There's
there.
Sylvelvis. But I've seen the guy in Niagara Falls there. He had a hunch. He felt this guy.
Well,
you
I
know?
like that he thinks he's I'm the personal body, because I'm in charge of security.
That's right.
Yeah.
This guy fucking munching.
So this is where
yeah, buddy, whatever.
we're seeing the very first of the extremist program going horribly awry. The hands that are here, obviously this is Men's Chinese Theater.
You didn't zip up that briefcase. Whoa.
But yeah, anyways, this is Man's Chinese Theater, and actually where the attack is about to take place here, this dude is going to be standing right next to Robert Downey Jr.'s hands and signature. That was
Whose was it?
The Robert Downey Jr.'s. He'll be standing next to Robert Downey Jr.'s when the attack.
Oh, no
begins here.
shit. Oh, shit. He knows he's up.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. These guys got something going on, man.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Mutagen.
It's not mutagen.
Did his
I've said the word
Holy
extremist to you.
Shit. It's the same thing. They just named it something different.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a super serum. Jesus God, how many times is this going to be used?
Well,
This guy's juicing up.
Well, but at the same time, it makes a lot of sense, because if you created a Captain America, would everybody not be constantly trying to make the next one? Which is how the Hulk came into being, which is how all these... But what I like the best about this one is it's actually an experiment.
Oh.
It's an experiment gone horribly wrong.
Okay, so you are the bomb.
Yeah, I get it.
Yo, I was here live in person. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah?
I loved it. We stayed right behind Man's Chinese Theater.
Yeah.
Stayed there for 1 week.
Yeah.
It was totally awesome.
Was the dumpster?
Oh, that dumpster was brilliant. There was only 2 half prostitute dead in there.
Nice. 2 half.
Couple cats.
Was it one whole prostitute cut in half or 2 different halves?
2 different halves.
Oh,
you
my
could have
Lord.
slapped them together. Perfect woman. Perfect woman.
Perfect.
Oh shit, buddy got fucked up.
Yeah. Oh.
Hot hand here.
I like the look that they gave them, though. It's got that
Is this
kind
the
of
guy that blew
lava
up?
look. No, it's the other guy.
Oh fuck, this guy's gonna blow up. His toes are burning off.
Yeah,
Hot foot here.
that would be very useful.
That's his name, Hotfoot. That's it. His foot is burning hot.
I think that his name in the comics or something is Firepower.
Firepower.
Well, again, for however long ago that.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Firepower? Just
No, I know, but who is the guy playing it? Where'd they pick this guy from?
I don't know. He's just like a.
Well, I guess once you're paying Robert Downey Jr. $800 million to star in your movie, you just hire whoever you can.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
you
was
don't
that the
need
slap
to.
chop guy? He just made an Iron Man 3.
He is the Mandarin.
Oh my
actually.
fuck!
I mean,
the guy from the slap chop.
I'm trying to think of the other. What are the other things he did? He did what's the ShamWow?
What a fucking device! And then he did that sticky thing.
Oh,
the sticky.
That was the one I was trying to think
the
about.
Sticky. Boom.
I like the voice that he's doing in this.
He's a fucking pro, man.
Oh God.
You don't get Sir Ben Kingsley without getting the fucking best of the best.
And again, just drawing really good. Like, how many friggin' Oscar nominees have been in these friggin' movies?
Yeah.
And there's been one in virtually every single, like the bad guy in every single Iron Man movie has been an Oscar nominee.
Yo, true that. That's a good call, actually.
Yeah.
That is absolutely the truth. Is it?
Yes.
I'm just believing you.
No, it's true.
Oh, God, thank
Well,
God.
it depends
Thank
on...
God.
Yeah.
I backed the right pony. Pony boy.
I remember
He's
having
sad.
I remember having to live in the hospital when my son was sick. I was there for 3 days, and it is the least comfortable thing. They have these chairs that fold down into beds, but like it's so thin and so uncomfortable. That
They're watching Downton.
Yeah.
No way.
It was actually Jon Favreau's idea. He was like, you should make it so like that Happy likes Downton Abbey so much that you just want it up. I like this too. Again, you get like you get a lot of acting chops out of Tony Stark in this one. Like you get you're not getting just like, oh, gotta go put on the suit and be Iron Man. He's like, he has to live in he has to live in Iron Man or in Tony Stark's skin the entire time, and it only gets like worse for him later on too, right? Oh,
here we go.
That. Who's that? That dude reminds me of somebody. I can't remember.
Ooh, you don't call anybody over the phone in Mandarin Chinese buffet a coward.
Yeah.
They do not take that lightly.
No. Yeah, it's like, I don't think I can have any more chicken balls. You coward.
Yeah.
And then you actually have to fight to death with crab legs.
Exactly.
Depending on the day of the week.
What do you mean I got to pay HST? And you coward.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you just tell him his address?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. I like this too. Well, why did you say why'd you say that all directly into my phone?
Yeah, and then just smash it.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony, you did it now.
I want his computer shit though. I just like the.
So this is true though. Why is he digging on the old Mandarin here? Like he's across the world. You know, he blew. Well, I know like he did just blow up Man's Chinese theater.
But also, he's the
claiming
only.
a lot.
He's the only Avenger who's out there right now. They know that the Avengers can take care of this sort of thing, and they're like, so who else are they going to look to? They're like, what are you going to do about this? What do you have to say about this? Like, theoretically, and that was the thing. That was a big question and a big like complaint about this movie is why didn't the Avengers just come and deal with it?
Hey man, they got vacation, man. They just saved the world.
Yeah.
They can't be there every day, all day.
Well, and the thing was like
they should have a rolling schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like at the tower, you've got Iron Man and Hawkeye's there, and the next week you'll have Thor and
Thor theoretically can't travel back to Earth at this point. Like they can't. They're not supposed to be using. They use the Tesseract to go back, but the bridge is still broken.
Bridge, the Rainbow Bridge there.
So that was that one, and then like Captain America, there's no real good excuse for. It's basically they just said these guys are all in the wind. Was basically how they
in the wind.
Avengers. Well, you know, like just the
because it does. That is a question of why the hell is Tony Stark the only one here hanging? Well, because Thor's trapped. Hulk, I don't give a fuck. Hulk's scared.
Like they're kind. Well, Hulk's kind of.
I know where Captain America's at.
He's the only one who, to me, you would think he would be able to reach out to and be like, "Hey, I could use a hand with."
He doesn't have a cell phone. He has no way of communicating with him. He's got a landline phone. He's never there. He's at the park pining over that his lost love.
He's got one of those like old like two-handed like talkie telephone type things, and then he's like he goes to pick it up to call Captain America. He's like, I don't know how to use.
No, he doesn't. He has an old like a 90-year-old woman who's his secretary, and she listens to it, never understands one word that anybody says. Purple monkey dishwasher, and then it gets to Captain America.
That works.
You know, he said something really good in here where he was like, there's a lot of theater.
Yeah.
He's like, I can sense a lot of like, he's got this real accent and his talking is, you know, concise and it's like, you know, he got something there.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's at the door. Is it Ant-Man?
It's not Ant-Man. That would be amazing. It is like the dialogue though. They've look at that place. I know. I love that place.
Oh, and look who it is. Well, what do you know? I thought that was just a pointless flashback. I did not know it was going to go here.
Boom. She aged well, if that's the case.
Yes, she did.
Boom. Should blast her. You how paranoid would you be if you did that? There we go. I love the gluten-free.
Gluten-free waffles.
Wait a minute. No, I don't.
Throwing the lifestyle right in our fucking faces. Not only a rich billionaire playboy.
You can afford a gluten-free.
Yeah,
waffle.
wow. And a robot to make. Look at the tits on that dog back there.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. It's got 3 nipples.
I love it. I'm pretty sure. It's
Well, I guess they do. Dogs have lots of nipples, don't they?
Yeah, they got upwards of 8.
Whew.
I wish.
Oh, your son. I need you to raise your son, Tony, the one you knocked me up with years ago.
Too busy. And then you see it's like a 8-year-old kid who's got like a goatee.
Looks just like him.
One.
Oh, wow. Nothing like showing up and never letting go of it.
That's not.
Wow, sorry.
What are you doing?
What? Am I supposed to feel bad for this broad? You're gonna bring your shit into here. You know what you're getting when you're banging. What did she think Tony Stark's gonna take her around the world? Marry her?
I like that your reaction to this movie is one of somebody who's never even conceived of this as being a possible movie before, much less seen it.
Right.
It's like, she's obviously here to bang him. She has nothing else to offer except everything in that flashback that foretells every moment of this.
No. I'm not saying the back in the past.
Yeah.
I'm talking now.
No, that's what I'm saying. She's
Now
not
she's like,
here.
hey, Pepper, you got what I never could. Oh, fuck.
That's the opposite of what she's doing.
Oh, shit.
I love this.
She's trying to break him up.
Yeah.
Not because she wants him. Although
She's not
she
trying to
does.
break
If
them
she
up either.
searched her feelings, she would know.
Yeah, but she's not trying any of that.
This must be happening really fast.
Yeah. Boom. I like this. Apparently, this was like the one day that Gwyneth Paltrow had her kid. Well, like
On
her
set.
On set.
Of
so she got
course,
to
to see her in the
him.
suit.
Of course.
Yeah, that's the one. If you're gonna have a kid, you know, let's see mom in the Iron Man armor.
She said it gave her. She said it like really did a
Whoa.
lot in like bringing them, like helping them bond.
Oh shit! Didn't save the other girl. Way to go, Tony. They let her down again.
'Cause he made a choice.
Now get her killed.
Love that. Apparently, there's, like they said they were gonna get like potentially have a little bit more to that in the next Avengers, or there's been rumor of that. I don't
What,
know.
that girl's gonna be in it?
No, fucking. You're fucking infuriating me today. No, Gwyneth Paltrow in the Iron Man suit.
Oh fuck! She's gonna give her what's gonna happen to? Oh yeah, or Tony, or
Yeah,
he's gonna be dead. He's gonna be killed.
You have so many suits. Get another suit.
There's got like 12 of them downstairs, man. You slap one on her, like the guest suit.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody's got an Iron Man suit.
Yeah,
just
like,
in
it's like a
case.
party favor.
I like the idea that would have destroyed that poor woman.
No way.
They just went like,
She landed. She went through the glass and landed on her. Whoa.
this is intense though. But this is the second time
shit.
second time in a Shane Black written movie where a guy is attacked in his home. Because like, what was it? Lethal Weapon, when he was attacked in his trailer.
He likes the home invasion.
Yeah, with a lady getting home invaded. Pew pew.
Invade your home any day, honey.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
need it.
Whoa. It's like whoa.
Wouldn't it be the best?
Yeah,
if
where
we're-
are his other suits? What the frig? Like,
Well, because none of the other ones can do this. Like they don't come to him.
oh, you better get on there.
It would-
Holy jeez.
Yeah, it would have
This
been.
looks like a real violent process here.
Yeah, I know it could be. It would be the best though if the second it came off of Pepper Potts, she gets riddled with bullets.
So this,
No,
you'd think that
bad
like he
timing.
would need more suits that would come onto him like that.
Well, he just built this one. Like I'm sure that's a thing he would like to happen with all his suits, but he just got this one going.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because in Avengers, when he lands at the tower, then the suit comes on him or comes off of him or whatever. Right? He had to stand in that
Well,
thing.
he just at the very end of that
Ooh.
one, he had those wrist things on him, and he jumped. And when he went off the building, and then it went on him that way. But now he's updated it, and this is the new version.
I keep
where-
thinking like we're watching these. You know, this is an old one. He doesn't have the newest suit going.
no,
He's
he's
not even combat
like,
ready.
That's like his 42nd suit, I think they say. In this,
Ooh, yeah, 42nd and set on. She was like, "What is that, 15?"
yeah.
And he cheekily looks at the armband.
Why would he write it down if he
I
was
don't
gonna
know.
lie
Yeah,
about it?
yeah. Holy shit!
Ugh. I like this a lot though. Like,
Whoa.
and like as cheesy as it is to just not include another Avenger or like any of
This
this.
is an Iron Man solo film. They're off doing
That
something.
was like the their Ewok moment when the
Maybe.
one finds the other one dead.
Oh,
the one arm
don't
is looking
even.
down
Why'd you
at
have to
the
go
other
there,
arm.
man?
Because I always go there.
Oh, Tony. Now you're gonna have no suits, just like back in the day. You think this is about Tony finding himself again?
Oh no, it's about him
Holy
losing.
shit! Here's the 200 mil right here.
Yeah. That's what they do in all the Fast and Furious movies. It's like, well, we don't have a lot of CG stuff, so let's just dump a bunch of friggin' luxury cars into a river.
Fucking right.
And then kill Paul Walker in one
It's
of
a
them.
good
so
scene,
our
actually.
movie can make more money. Yeah, it is. It's really good.
It's not an action scene, though, right? I guess there's action happening.
Well, it is an action scene.
It's more of an adventure scene, in my opinion.
Well, he's not going. No, adventures
He's not
require
fighting. Maybe he's
going
fighting to
towards a
live, but he's
Yeah.
not fighting.
Yeah. Well, he's under attack.
Well, hopefully that suit's got like some breathing apparatus in there, man.
Yeah. Well, yes.
He thought of nothing. You think that this guy with all these suits would have thought of this?
He can fly in
Oh
space.
shit!
I'm
It's,
sure
it's
he'll
leaking
fly.
in, bro. It's leaking in.
Uh-oh.
It's all cracked up.
Oh, the bunny.
Oh, the titty bunny. The titty dog. It's a dog.
Teddy dog. I thought it was a flop-eared bunny. I'm pretty sure.
Because
they
he was
actually
like
say something
under the
about
water
bunny.
the first time we ever saw him. Like
Well, in Avengers.
Yeah, he was doing some
Yeah.
some welding.
Yeah, he's got like
He's got his welding degree.
Also, he's like he flies like super high up, which he wouldn't have oxygen.
Would you
otherwise.
trust him to do a weld because he's just Iron Man?
I would trust him to do a weld because he's like a genius, like engineer dude.
Oh. Oh, helping hand.
Nice.
It's a feature he put on there.
I but wouldn't like what I was gonna say. Oh, okay, there is water, and I was gonna say, wouldn't that have just like filled him up even more with water? But I guess it did, so that's okay. You win this time, Shane Black.
The water is it's half filled with water. Just open up the back fart hole and it'll drain out.
It's a good thing they don't have rear view mirrors on helicopters. Otherwise,
Fucking
they'd know
right.
everything.
Yeah. It's
See,
got a fucking fart hole on there.
it's interesting. Yeah, it's really interesting to me. Like, this is when the movie kind of gets really cool for him, like, because now this is when it becomes just the Tony Stark show, right? It's almost like it's kind of like a version of Castaway for him. Even though he's,
shit.
Oh,
Oh.
that was lucky.
Oh yeah.
But you think like you wouldn't even have to worry about insurance though, if he
Oh,
smashed into your
shit.
car. He'd probably reach into his pocket and hand you like it's a paper bill that's like exactly the price that you need. It's like $32,946.86 as one
Perfect.
bill. I'm like, oh man, this will buy me exactly the car that I wanted.
Do you think that this movie did so well? Well, it was gonna anyways, but do you think the story of him like having the PTSD and being all messed up and kind of having to overcome that rather than having just a straight up like Iron Man adventure?
I know that it was a selling point. I don't think, and I think it was necessary for them to do this, if for no other reason, to say, hey, we're going to try and top the Avengers right after that.
Right.
Well, I think that would have been a bad idea.
Yeah, if they didn't address
Yeah, like
at least the fact that something, he's like, just brush it off, ain't a problem.
we're just going to have a bunch of set piece action things,
Yeah.
and blah, 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 and another like world beater
But
thing is going to come in.
people like Tony Stark.
Yeah.
They like him.
Oh, yeah.
So he can carry it without even being in the suit.
Yeah, and he needed to. And what was cool is you actually get to see him be a hero without the suit.
Oh, this is like
only
the
one.
first one again where he's got it's him. This is a Tony Stark movie,
Yeah.
not an Iron Man
Well,
film.
and that's what they do. They did sell it as that.
It should have
too.
been like in brackets Tony Stark's journey. Iron Man 3, Tony Stark's journey.
Well, originally, I guess at the last line of this movie was written as "I am Tony Stark" to mirror "I am Iron Man."
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what it was supposed to be,
Oh.
and then he ended up saying "I am Iron Man" to kind of double down on the fact that I may have done this or I may have gotten rid of it. We'll see how the movie ends, but
We certainly will.
odds are we'll get there.
Would you like to see more?
Yeah, but he ends as far as I remember, he ends up with "I am Iron Man." So it's just like, this is who I am, no matter what happens.
I am what I am.
I am what I am, and that's all I am. I'm Popeye.
Oh,
did not do
dragging
it.
the suit,
Oh,
old
good,
school.
good.
Where is he here? Uh-oh.
They're in North Carolina.
He's going to fall in love with some North Carolinian.
Well, they shot this in North Carolina. I think they put this in as Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Snows in Tennessee?
Yeah, sure.
Sure it does. All right.
They don't talk a lot about that in that Arrested Development song. Tennessee. Lord, it's
That's the
snowing.
only thing I know about Tennessee. I take that as the gospel.
Yeah. Lord, it's snowing. Iron Man gonna get down.
Well, that's why he said that. I never understood it at the time.
Yeah. They're just, everybody's all you thinking about that stuff. I can't remember.
Just like Robert Downey Jr. crashes on somebody else's couch.
Constant.
Doesn't even know them. Well, there you go.
Wonderful. I was thinking about that, and this guy looks like a young Sean, like Sean Astin.
Hey, is that the kid from? Let me see this kid again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fuck.
I don't know, he's just,
He from Newsies?
yes.
Is that the kid from Dick Tracy?
Might even call you Dick.
No, he's in something else.
I don't know. We'll find
Whoa, I think he'll do some damage to your face, Tony Stark.
What is he gonna do on his chest?
Do you like to touch boys' chests?
I love that his potato gun is made out of a habit trail, like a hamster.
Oh, yeah, it looks like one of those little, it is actually, I think, yeah.
Yes.
See, he's a smart kid. He's going to learn some stuff. He's going to help Tony put the missing piece in.
That would have been
Yep.
That would have been amazing if he's like, I know how to fix it. He's just way better at this shit than Tony.
Everybody is.
And then between him and the girl from Wakanda, like T'Challa's sister in Wakanda, it was like, wow, you're really not good at this, are you?
Oh, he's dead, they think.
Yeah.
Buddy, now's the time. Get out of the game. Well, you still can. But
Exactly.
make him pretend like you're dead.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of Dodge.
No, he wouldn't want to not be rich. Could you? Iron Patriot. I like though that they made it exactly cheesy enough for it to be what's it called? Just so they can have this little thing. Like it's corny, so you're like,
right.
But at the same time, it looks like something in America, like the government would do.
I think the kid just came up with like stealth mode.
Yeah, they just ripped it. He's ripping off shit.
I don't have a mom or dad. They left 4 months ago to get milk and never came back.
I don't remember the name of the movie. I want to say it was Brightburn.
All right, squirrels.
No, that's the other one. That was that Superman.
That's
one.
evil Superman.
There's like an adult, like almost horror movie version of Home Alone coming out. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me, but it's essentially about this kid who's super smart and all this kind of stuff, and he's like living with his uncle or something like that. Something happens to him, and he runs over to this guy's house, and he's like, "Don't worry, I'll help you." But then that guy starts to try and kill him, and he starts like putting together traps and shit, and it basically becomes
Home Alone.
It's Home Alone, only super serious, and like the guy is like taking on super, like he's getting seriously injured and not like, I got the thing on my nose, and then the guy, and
That's a really violent rated R Home Alone.
And his
what we've always needed.
Yeah, and his whole thing is, we're gonna get you. I'm going to fucking kill you, child.
Whoa, that's the tagline.
That's the thing.
I'm going to fucking kill you, child. Man, how many times a day do I say that?
Constantly.
Tell you, honey child.
Oh,
honey child.
that's what he's in. He was in Jurassic World.
There you go.
That's what his deal is.
Yep, I knew he was in something.
He was in Insidious. A couple of Insidious movies.
Did he survive Jurassic World? He should have been eaten, the little whiny fucker.
He survived, but
he should have been stomped.
We'll
he should have been pooped on. Nobody had died by being pooped on.
Oh,
Giant dinosaur steaming pile of shit suffocates you.
You don't want to be that guy.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
I've been in 4 movies, and every one of them I die by smothering in dinosaur shit.
It's a corny shot, and it's probably straight out of a comic, but I like it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
What if that was a bomb? She doesn't know. Puts it on and it just melts her head and she just collapses. Scan that retina. Yeah.
Here you are. She's like, I knew I should have married Guy Pearce.
He does this a lot. He makes the "I'm dying" call because that's how like
that's Avengers Endgame. Yeah. This is the one.
But he tries.
This is the one.
But he tries to do the same thing in Avengers when he flies into the.
Pepper, might be the last time I talk to you.
Mm-hmm. So Jessica Chastain was actually supposed to play her. Right?
Yeah.
She had to drop out kind of last second.
Too bad.
Isla Fisher, Gemma Arterton, and Diane Kruger were all up for the role.
2 redheads.
Yeah. Yeah, they wanted a dirty ginger to go with the strawberry blonde, I guess. You know how it is.
You know how it is, player. 2 X's or not 2 X's. 2 girls, 1 X, and then riding in a car together. That's trouble, bro.
Yeah. Well, she never even they never even had sex.
Your side chick. Woohoo.
Yeah. He's strange.
See, this movie is very weird so far. So we'll like we haven't seen the Mandarin at all.
Just
And
those
we see this
two
guy.
just those 2 videos. Well, the whole point is that you don't see the Mandarin because he's not the Mandarin.
He's no, but he's behind the scenes too. He's having these things. He's making these things happen to you.
No, Mandarin has nothing to do with this movie.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, as far as we know,
Oh, yes,
Mandarin is pulling the strings and he's making these things happen.
Yes.
So he's still the bad guy, but it's weird not to have a guy like, I'll get you, Tony, you know, like we're fighting now.
But you just get those videos and you get.
Oh, here he
so
is.
good.
Look at the rings on him.
So he's wearing the rings and all. Like if you're gonna fake it, that guy right there, pretty sure it was him. He is. He actually is a stuntman who appears in a lot of other, the other movies for Marvel. He's a stuntman in Black Panther,
right?
And I think he did Infinity War.
He's the doorman dude there.
Yeah. Shit. Did I thought I wrote him down. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, but again, it's
Dead End Street.
You get hired for a bunch of things. Well, you do have to say Dead End.
This is Dora the Explorer watch. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're gonna fuck up a limited edition Dora the Explorer watch just to save the world? You're a prick.
It's like one of those fake limited.
He didn't even ask.
It's one of 55 million.
Oh yeah, they bought it at the Chinese mall.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
Oh no.
Used to live roundabouts.
Oh, is this that sad story about the building? Look at his bodies. Their bodies are like burned into the wall there.
That's a thing, man. That's awesome.
That's awesome. I guess in the true sense of the word awesome.
Well, it's like
that nuclear holocaust.
To me, it's that same curiosity that I would have with going to Pompeii. And it's like see the people like frozen and like that kind of
their
thing.
Death screams.
Yeah. It's like
right on.
It's like something that you feel like shouldn't even be able to be captured, but it's like, oh, it's perfectly captured right here for you.
Mid swing. Mm-hmm. Nobody's fucked with those things yet.
What?
I'm surprised they're not broken or stolen.
It's a small town. Oh yeah, I guess that would be even worse though. It's the kids. It's all they can do is fucking do meth and smash things, ruin people. Look
at that. The guy who blew it up, well, obviously because he blew up. So
makes sense to me.
Yeah.
What's the white stuff all over there? Is that just like foam from
it's crater fallout?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Here we go.
Stop bringing up the wormhole. So one thing you got to give him a lot of real credit for is he has a great rapport and like great chemistry with anybody they stick him on screen with.
Yeah, he is pretty good, man.
So it's just
like he is Tony Stark.
Oh yeah. I love this. Do
you want to stop?
Love his like breathing. Remember? What did his tongue just come out of his mouth? Just like,
you triggered it, bro. There you go.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing.
He's like, buddy, my ticker. Gotta take my pills. In Sin City there. What's his name? Bruce Willis.
What I like, too, about this is he is, like, at least of the chief Avengers, he is the one who has the least experience with the crazy. Because, like, Captain America already sort of dealt with something like this. Right? So he's like, I've seen this before. The Hulk is the Hulk. So he's like, as the Hulk, he's not reacting to anything crazy. But Bruce Banner is something crazy.
It's
so
all the fallout.
So he has that experience with himself. But he's just dealt with, like, other crazy businessmen, essentially. That's been his like experience, and all of a sudden everything's aliens. So he's the one who's going to be all fucked up, right?
Plus, he's always so calm and control, cocky, like. Mm-hmm. And now he's starting to lose. He saw something there.
This movie, like Avengers 2, you couldn't even begin to buy into it if this movie didn't exist.
Oh no way!
Like the whole reason of making the Iron Legion or Vision or Ultron, any of those different things, are all built around his. Terror here. This woman can only play this role, and it's I think the only thing. Like I'm pretty sure you'll only find her in like Shameless and what's that one with Jason
Roadhouse
Bateman.
2?
Yeah.
The
No,
Return?
What's the one with Jason Bateman where he's like the accountant in the
Horrible
drama one?
Bosses?
No, the drama that's on Netflix right now.
Ozark.
Like she'd be in Ozark or something like that. And
What is Ozark?
It's basically he is that somebody put it as like Breaking Bad for accounting. I don't even know if that's true. I haven't really watched much of it. But he's just like
Who the hell is this lady? Where's she getting all this info?
she's the mother of the soldier who blew up. So she has all this info. But the what was it? So
what was it?
No, I was trying to think about Ozark. It was basically like husband
Have
and
you seen
wife.
it?
I've seen a couple episodes.
Yeah.
My wife watches it. But but yeah, it's basically like they get just caught up in some craziness and then they get crazy.
Laura Linney, right?
Yeah.
She's good.
Sexy
I like
Laura
her. She is a nice lady.
Well, our noise came back. We just went so long without it.
She did it.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, fuck. Oh, she's a cop. Whoa, she's moving fast. Little fast forward. Girls don't beat up boys in this bar. It's the other way around. It's a good old boy bar.
Good old boy. Speaking of good old boys, I saw a dude here in Canada, of all places, with a giant Confederate flag tattooed on his neck. I death stared the dude until like it's in a friggin' Walmart, and like on his neck, like on the side of his neck, gigantic, like the entire side of his neck was a Confederate.
And down his
flag.
back is the South shall rise again.
Might as well.
Whoa, she's a demon.
Yeah, a little bit.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is basically the beginning of Demon Night all over again.
Holy shit.
But yeah, I just stared at this dude, and like the whole time I did not take my eyes off him until he left the place. Not that I thought he was going to do anything. I was just like, this guy is a fucking... I feel like he should be somebody when you mention it. Like he should have been...
like...
That
kid saved Tony Stark's life.
Well, it actually made me think.
Snowball.
It made me look up at the time. I'm like, was there some kid who became the next Iron Man in the comics or something like that? Like, is that who he's supposed to be?
I like too because he's like.
I like how
he doesn't shoot at the kid, right? These guys are like super bad. The kid just hides behind a pole. Tony Stark's just running away and leaving the kid to fight his battle for him.
He's a very reasonable bad guy, though. He's exactly like you said. The kid threw a snowball at me and just slightly inconvenienced me. I'm not going to murder him for that.
Fuck it. Holy God. Yeah. So what is this again called? Empire?
Yes, that's where
Empire?
That's where Rhodey went there.
Yeah.
See, that's how he got his revenge against Iron Man.
Yeah, see, look at all these action movies, all these scenes, man. It's Iron Man.
It's
extremis.
Whoa. So he had been apparently he's actually like really experienced at Wing Chun. He's been taking Wing Chun and stuff like that.
Like Tony Stark.
No, Robert Downey Jr. So they've incorporated that into Tony Stark a little, thinking, well, Tony Stark would obviously train. Yeah, they're like, Tony Stark would obviously train to fight because, like, even in the suit, he would want to be able to fight. I like that she looks kind of like a monster.
Like I said, it reminds me of something out of Resident Evil.
Well, yeah, that's
like the game, not the movie, the game, where they're all getting all crazy. Oh, the old exploding microwave trick.
He should have gotten to the lead-lined fridge like in Crystal Skull.
I just saw that the other day.
Oh yeah.
Nuke the fucking fridge, bro.
Nuke that fridge.
At least they have those good lights on the tree back there. The big fat oh, jeez. Oh, fuck.
That's terrifying.
Look at old melty hand here. How can their bodies even handle that temperature, for God's sakes? It's just flesh.
Well, the point is it sort of can't. That's why they're exploding.
Is that why his toes were like, oh, that was neat looking? Mm-hmm. But his toes were all half melted off.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like the guys who've exploded, they didn't explode on purpose. Like they exploded because they failed experiments.
Making me so angry. He'll be like the guy from Big Trouble in Little China, where he just blows up for no reason. He's like so angry you just killed the emperor that he blows up.
Yeah, it's pretty much
just like RoboCop style. Oh, he's got the kid, Iron Man.
But he still hasn't harmed him.
Where's your suit now?
Uh-oh.
See, this guy, he reminds me of the bad guy from Deadpool.
Yes, very much
totally.
So.
Bite his burn hand. I'll melt his skull open, Tony Stark's.
Hey, are you saying something cryptic to him right now?
Oh, whoa! What did you say there?
That was a little thing he gave him that was on the Iron Man suit. It was just like a flash grenade kind of thing. Boom.
Ooh, right to the face.
I'm glad I have that.
Run, get the fuck out of there, Tony Stark's.
It's burned.
Oh.
One-time use.
Oh, it was a watch. The watch. Oh, he just burned the watch. Oh,
Well,
his sister's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, she's a kid. She'll get over
He's
it.
gonna buy her Dora the Explorer. Or just some Spanish.
So at
little
all
girl.
times, Dora the Explorer on ice is happening in your backyard or front yard, depending on how big your yard is.
Yeah. Well, and also depending on how long the ice lasts.
That kid did save your life.
Yeah. Why is he a cowboy now? Where'd that come from? I like the yet. That's his New Yorkie thing. Don't be a yutz.
Unlike you. Good call, kid. Oh my God, he's his new partner.
We're connected.
He's
See, and this is
gonna
what I'm talking about. I was sitting there thinking the whole time. Now it ended up being a younger
Iron
There is a
Man. They
new-
were flirting with an Iron Man Jr.
Well, there is currently like the current Iron Man in the comics or in one of the fucking universes is like a younger woman.
What?
Yeah, it's like most of them are girls now. It's like Thor is a girl.
What?
Well, like because like Thor stops being
Right.
Thor.
Oh yeah, and then
And
it was
then-
Jane or something.
Yeah, they did a bunch of weird stuff.
Yeah, I think
But
it was like Superman when there was 5 of them. No, I think it turned out to be Jane.
But I think that's how they're going to move forward, though, with a lot of these things. Is like Iron Man. I think they will move into a different Iron Man, potentially a female one. The new Captain America is going to be either Bucky or Falcon, or
Yeah,
some
I think they're gonna
combination
switch it up, and
thereof.
it's gonna be Pepper Potts.
And then Thor, I think, will be the person who gets the power of Thor. Will be Valkyrie.
What's her name?
Valkyrie.
Yeah, that's her name,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's her
She
actual-
is a
yes.
Valkyrie, and they call her Valkyrie.
Yeah, well, in the movie, she's credited as Valkyrie.
Jeez, little on the nose there.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even watch when I'm doing cardio.
Mhm.
What's this shit? If I'm in the middle of watching Wendy Williams and some fucking terrorist
that
interrupts me,
RuPaul?
I will lose it.
That dude was RuPaul. Pretty sure. Miguel Ferrer, who was
Hey, this guy.
Yeah, he is.
I
since
just said
left us.
RoboCop the other minute, and there he is.
Did I wish this?
I think I'm
We've
making. I think I'm making this movie happen as we watch it.
We said Demon Knight, and there's William Sadler.
Oh, exactly. Like what the fuck?
Huzzah! I want to know who his post production.
It's the guys who do wrestling.
Yeah,
They can make a package. Woo!
yeah.
I'll put a package together.
Hey.
I'll fucking put a package together for
He
you.
would. This would work
Whoa,
though.
Is
Eh?
that the president?
No, so he's there. But wouldn't that? There you go. An account. Who gives
Rocks
a shit about this
on. Getting your rocks on. There he is in all his glory.
stuff? Yeah. But I'm just trying to think of what I was going to say about Miguel Ferrer. He has since passed, obviously.
Oh, that's right. He
was
did.
2016, I think he passed or something like that. But like killer dudes. William Sadler also he continued his role as president in a couple of episodes of Agents of Shield.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. Make that call. That guy reminds me of the dude from like Starship Troopers and all those different things. The Sergeant in Starship Troopers he plays.
Do you think you would call from some other phone and it didn't have to be like your personal phone? He's probably jacking all your cell numbers.
Yeah. Well, no, he had already hacked his phone. Remember?
He's
he
got a good
picked up his-
hacker. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. He blows his fucking head off. You know how it is. It's got a weird thing on there. Apparently.
Well, actually, it was just a. They didn't. Did they?
Hello, Trader.
Did they show him blowing the guy's brains out? Like, did the world just see that?
Yes.
Is that what we're led to believe?
Yes. That's what. I don't know how close up the shot was.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. Because in
Yeah.
the end, with the twist, like then he still is.
Yeah.
You know,
Although
he
he-
just killed someone.
I think that maybe they just tricked him. They're like, "Oh, we're just gonna make it a big effect, and we'll get you
well,
off."
he
set."
didn't seem like he was pretty affected by it.
Yeah. So he just.
I'm
thinks
hoping
that's
that
all.
later on there'll be another Iron Man movie and he really is the Mandarin.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. Like, well, that would be the next thing because this Marvel one shot, we might as well talk about it. No, well, I want to hold off still. I want to hold off till the official reveal,
Right.
Because it just makes more sense.
Uh-oh.
MIA.
See, this is the problem that I had with the movie was like at the time. Well, now that we're going through them, it's better, right? It's like Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
But I want lots of Iron Man.
Yeah.
I want lots of action and lots of things. But this is more about like Tony finding himself again with the PTSD. It's like bringing it back down to being a human.
I just think because Avengers, it was immediately followed Avengers. I think it was the smartest move.
Right.
You you have a crescendo and then you bring it back down and you're like, hey guys, because this is again the start of a whole net. Like imagine the first one was a series of comic books that finished with Avengers. This is the new series of comic books where you're starting the new story, right?
He's on to something here. The wheels they're turning.
I like that he's like on the I like that he has that he's having this conversation like in the middle of a like a middle of a bus.
They laugh at him, eh?
War Machine rocks. I do like War Machine.
I do too.
I do like the name War Machine. I'm glad that I was worried that Iron Patriot was going to be how it continued.
What if it was Iron Machine?
Yeah.
That's pretty friendly. Ooh, yeah.
Couldn't have dealt with that. This reminds me of I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's like
well,
the same,
David.
It's like the same beauty scene. Chattanooga. So yeah, they shot, like I said, they shot this movie in Rose Hill, North Carolina.
There he is.
They shot him on that. They shot it here because they got like big tax breaks or whatever. But yeah, it's supposed to be Tennessee, as we've.
He races all his down.
I didn't know you could just like.
Look at that.
Yeah.
He's got all the gear.
Oh, there you go. This is that's Adam Pally of A Million Things. He was in the Mindy Project. He was in. What else was he? Like he's in all sorts of shit. He was
come in here, close the damn door, shut the hell up. Ashton Kutcher from The Ranch.
Hey, The Ranch.
This guy's gonna be the new bad guy.
Yeah. Interesting. He's actually gonna be in the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog animated movie that they're doing.
Who?
Adam Pally.
That dude there?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's in a lot of stuff.
He's
been in like 8 different.
Is that Chris? Is that Buddy Star-Lord starring in that?
No.
Oh, because there's a painting of the front of the poster, and it looks just like Star-Lord.
Oh no!
Well, Sonic.
I don't believe so because again, it's all like.
Oh my God! He actually has a Tony Stark, a Hispanic Scott Baio.
But it's Ben Schwartz who was in. Did you watch Parks and Rec?
Yeah, I've seen an episode or two.
He was John Ralphio.
Okay.
He was like Aziz Ansari's friend who'd like come in.
Oh yes.
He's also one of the people who created the voice of BB-8 alongside Bill Hader.
Ah, no way.
The two of them together made that voice. So he's playing the voice of Sonic, and Jim Carrey's playing Dr. Robotnik.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm pretty interested. Once I started reading
up on Jim Carrey's back. He's gonna be. I miss Jim Carrey.
I went down like a weird wormhole. Yeah.
Oh my God! Where were you on YouTube or what?
No. When I was doing the research on this, I started reading about that,
and you're like, oh, look at this thing. You click this, and then you're like, oh, here I am over here.
Was very late last night doing I was doing research for like 3 hours because I
holy fuck because you just kept you went down the rabbit hole, man.
Can't do that shit.
Oh, here's this guy. I'm gonna fight Deadpool next.
But this is an interesting, especially.
Oh, she's got her arm back.
Yeah, especially playing into the idea of like fucking with soldiers, and especially like an American thing like this at this point in their.
How dare they
in their history to
inject our war veterans with this shit?
Yeah, but like the idea of like, oh, we're honoring the troops, but really they're fucking with them, and it's like, oh, that's crazy.
Into the old lab here. Oh yeah, test in the old lab.
This actually reminds me a lot of Winter Soldier when they come
it's exactly what I was just thinking.
Not Winter Soldier.
I'm glad.
Civil War.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Growing arms back is high.
Yeah. This is actually like this is actually a lot of horror to this.
Whoa.
Like it's got a.
Whoa.
I'm glad they.
Oh shit! There goes the whole lab.
That's the thing. That's the one like
Yep.
downfall of all of his businessman bad guys is that their stuff doesn't work exactly right.
Nobody's does.
That's the thing.
Even Tony's doesn't, but Tony's isn't made to explode.
Yeah. Well, what is it too?
Actually, sorry, it wasn't built to explode. It was built to enhance them. It just happens to make them explode horribly.
What is it about the fucking other bad guys though? I understand why they're always doing the businessman bad guys in these movies, because you have the Mandarin who's like Fu Manchu mustache, magic rings, just super stereotype. Then you have Fin Fang Foom.
Oh, I love Fing Fang Fu. No, he's a big green guy. He's a big green dragon looking thing.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like,
what is going on here?
I'm trying to picture young Stan Lee and all these other guys hanging out and going, here's a great idea.
Yeah, but back then it wasn't like, the stereotypes and all that shit. It wasn't a big fucking deal. Nobody gave a shit.
But I'm not even thinking the stereotypes. Just like, this would be a good bad guy. For,
Like a giant green thing called Fing Fang Foom.
Yeah, like it's...
I don't know what. Yeah, that's a good question actually. Like, what didn't make it then? Like, when one's good, what about this guy? And they're like, oh, gross.
Yeah.
No, did it have to be like 2 out of 3 had to vote yes?
Who knows?
On a guy
no, I think when you're writing on a series of comics, like there's people who've been credited for creating characters like recently.
Right.
It was like, oh, they created this character and they made it into the movie or whatever, right? And that's and so they're allowed to do that, but it's just like, to me, I see these and it's like, you would think you would want the bad guys to be in the wheelhouse. So they don't have to be the same guy. Like, you don't need Ironmonger. And
right.
You don't have to have the same guy over and over again. But you would think they'd be somewhere in that wheelhouse of tech or doing whatever. Because you're like, well, of course I'm going to take that guy on because that's my world.
Right.
Right? And then, so that makes sense. But then they're like, no, you're going to face a weird dragon guy. I'm like, that doesn't seem like that's the thing you do.
I think...
So that was just the reveal that she's...
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. I think the movie suffered because of that reveal.
Yeah.
I think that the movie it's okay.
Yeah.
It's still too light. I know we're getting there now. Right now, the action's going to kick in here. Well, okay, I'll say this later then. Yeah. We'll see, because I think that the twist didn't need to happen.
I agree.
I think the double twist there was pointless, and I think they did a lot of stuff in the movie to not tell you things, or you know what I mean, where they just mislead you, kind of like.
I agree, but
but it is what it is.
But apparently too, there was an idea.
Oh shit!
There was an idea that hot. Literally.
Hey, is that what's her name?
I don't know. I didn't.
I thought it was what's her name from Lost.
Oh, I don't think so.
One touch from her completely rocked the Iron Patriot. Yeah. It's probably because his name's Iron Patriot now. If he was War Machine, he would have just Gatling gun her in the face.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. Yeah. And if like she like lava T-1000 back together.
Yeah,
that would have been pretty cool. But the
oh, the kid's hooking him up.
Yeah,
I'm surprised. You're right though. I'm surprised we haven't seen the kid later on.
Well, and that's
even from like Avengers somewhere, he calls the kid.
Yeah, but that's why I looked. Well, that's why I was thinking. I thought they were setting up a thing where like you'd see he'd be working in Stark Tower or something like that. And now you've got like the teenage version of him, even if they just aged him up a little bit, like they passed time a little bit, and they're like, "Hey, Harley," because that's the kid's name, and then it's like, "Oh, hey," like that's a little. And they may still do that. You never know, but like.
When he does that speech in Endgame, I don't think it's to him. But he's gonna. We all think that it's gonna be Captain Marvel or something. That kid's gonna get Tony out of space.
Or, even better, it's she's sending that message to Pepper, and it reaches Pepper, but she doesn't see it because that kid who's now 18 is plowing her.
Now that's a good twist.
I love it.
Oh, he's freaking again.
Fuck. By name.
They kind of add like a little fun to his panic attack.
Yeah. Well, it takes you down like a dark
I find that they kind of, I don't know. It's like a little overdone. Like I understand a panic attack. I think I've had one in my life. Have you ever had a panic attack before?
I've had a lot of panic.
Holy shit. I think I was on the floor at call center I worked at. I just felt like a caged animal. Like I couldn't even, I was so anxiety ridden about being in the room. And I just remember going into the bathroom and just being like, oh my God, I think I'm having a heart attack or something. But anyways, I feel like it's a little overdone in this movie because you just mentioned like wormhole New York, and he's like, you know what I mean, out of the car, like I gotta freak out for 2 minutes, get myself together, and then get it.
It's always tied to something else at the same time, though. It's like he's facing stress, and then they add the New York. He's like, hey, while you're stressed, you want to remember this because like he was just in the middle of like, oh, I'm trying to figure everything out and solve everything. And then the one before that, he was literally in the middle of where there was just a giant explosion and.
Can't anybody come to get him? Is he using the fact that he's dead to...
Yeah, he's contacted nobody on purpose, right? Like
because the Mandarin will find him.
Yeah. I like that this is like travel Home Alone. He's making all his bombs to go in.
True, yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Scarface's house.
Wouldn't it be amazing if that's how you found out that's what Macaulay Culkin's character did? He's not doing home security or something. That would be like the more obvious thing. He's breaking into people. He's now the wet bandit. And he's like, he's using his own tools.
No way. I think you just came up with like the new Home Alone.
Mm-hmm.
It should be like, I did the Google commercial. Yeah. That should be like Like he becomes the maker of these awesome systems, and now somebody breaks into his house to prove him wrong.
Yeah.
But also to rob him because he's mecha rich now.
I always thought.
Fuck yeah.
I always thought that that's what that should be. I was like, that would be so
good. Right in your eyes, buddy. Merry fucking Christmas. Have some staples to the nuts. Dead. This is like Commando, only hilarious.
Like, legit, like he just like threw a grenade on his face.
Yeah.
He's like, just so we know.
He's straight murdering.
That was his own version of the double tap.
Tap, tap. This broad's a plant, dude. Don't even believe that shit.
Yeah. She's not
because you just did all my heroin, lady.
I feel like that should have been like some like comedian or something. Oh my God, that's awesome.
The old brain zapper.
She doesn't even give a shit.
She's like, oh, good. You're lucky because he just injected her with that shit. So she probably could have shot an energy beam at you right there if she really thought about it.
That would have been amazing.
And she did look like she just shot heroin too, because she's like, "What's so hot?" And she's like, "Hey,
that'd be
pew pew, hey."
That'd be amazing if they were all high, but they were on extremis, so they're like on fire, and they're like, "Whoa!"
Flames shoot out of your needle hole. That's like the Female Misfits cover band.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Dia de los Muertes.
Lady Misfits.
Oh yeah,
ladies can be misfits too.
So we're coming up on this reveal now, which is kind of like. This is like almost the corniest version of this reveal at the same time. What the? Yes.
The Mandarin's two chicks.
He is pulling because, he's just like swapping. He's rotating them out constantly.
Oh, yeah.
I like the... I love the the accent he decided to take on. Yeah.
That's so killer.
I like that this is how they do that.
What is that accent? Like, where is he from?
He's just somewhere.
There's some guy over there.
That was him. He's so funny. So
British.
So both of these guys are famous for being in different biopics that were directed by Richard Attenborough. He was in Gandhi, obviously, and he was in Chaplin. And they were both nominated for Oscars.
That's right. Yeah.
So their first day on set together here, they took a selfie together and they sent it to Richard Attenborough going, "Hey, look what you did."
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, he's
complicated.
That's the one thing is, and I think because people were so mad at the thing, and even I was kind of mad at the twist here. I was like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I've lost the fact that he's really funny.
Yeah.
Here. Like, it's just... I didn't like
it. Was just such a bummer because you wanted to be like the Mandarin and all his like magical glory, and then you're like, oh, he's like a corporate stooge.
Yeah, I would have liked it better, and this is where that one shot comes in. I would have liked it better if you found out then that the real Mandarin was still at the helm, but this was the face of Mandarin, so you wouldn't obviously.
There's still got to be a Mandarin.
Well, and here's the one shot.
Yeah,
the one shot is him in jail. Because, they did a bunch of those Marvel one-shots.
Yes.
Like little short films. And so it's him in jail, and it's everybody just, like, marveling at this guy because they're like, oh, wow, you were, like, this huge mega celebrity criminal, but really you didn't do much of anything. And,
right.
And then all of a sudden there's a call for you, and he picks up the phone. It's the Mandarin.
Right.
The real Mandarin is on the phone with him. And so the idea is that Killian from AIM knows of the Mandarin, who's like way underground.
Did you just nod off?
Yeah. Who's like... Yeah. But yeah, so they're like, oh, he's trading on his name type thing.
Right.
What I would have loved for Killian to survive this movie. And then if they make another Iron Man, like he's chasing down Killian trying to finally get him, but it's the Mandarin who kills him. Like how dare
or it could have been that he is the Mandarin, he's just doing this right now to fuck him up.
Yeah.
Just to be like, no, I'm not the Mandarin, I'm just the guy. And then when you go to prison, you could be like, yeah, the Mandarin.
That would have been interesting too, but I think that I don't know that people would have bought it. It would have just been like, yeah,
right,
just
like a
doing the
double
voice
twist.
again.
Yeah, I'm not the guy. I am him.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But now, what's the worst part about it though is that he was so good as the Mandarin version of the character that the only person I would even want to accept as being the Mandarin again would be him.
I know.
I don't know.
Well,
who
maybe Buddy can take his form.
Who would you pick though as the Mandarin? Assuming that
I don't know
is
the
a Chinese
character very
person.
well.
So you would want to change him obviously to not be a stereotype and that sort of thing. But I start thinking like Ken Watanabe from.
Yeah, I know him. He's good.
I like
He's
him,
in
and I
lots of
think that
shit.
would be good. Or it's Watanabe. Is it what?
It's Ken Watanabe.
Yeah, I never know which way.
I think that's about right. Ooh, you evil bitch. You beautiful evil bitch.
Because it's Getty Watanabe or Watanabe
Geddy
too.
Lee.
It's one or the other.
Well, they're doing the old zap them on the bed springs Rambo 2 style.
Go with what works. That's what I say.
Yeah.
See, not all tech has to be high tech. Low tech still works. Hey, some of the simplest machines are levers and pulleys.
You
baby.
got that right.
You know what I mean?
Classics never go. They don't make them like that anymore, baby.
Yeah.
Woo,
I
yeah.
haven't said that in months.
Mm.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to get a Marvel version of that T-shirt
You
out
got
now,
that right, man.
Oh, good lordy! What was the one I promised we were gonna do? Said we're gonna make a T-shirt of.
Wimps to pimps.
Well, from Wimps to Pimps, yeah, that's the one.
Super secret Nazi serum.
Yeah, that's happening.
Hell yeah. We selling shirts? We selling merchandise?
Wow, that would be.
Whoa, what is that?
That's
Did my doctor write that?
No, in the flashback when he wrote down the.
Oh wow,
math
these
equation.
guys just really can't get over what happened in the past. one moment of him being an asshole to you, and it's like your whole life is just to ruin him.
No, what? Again,
She just held up the note he left years ago on her table.
Yes, because it was it was the beginning of the math that will help her solve her problem, and it's not finished.
Oh, on the back. Okay, I thought
That's
she's
why
just
she
been dwelling.
That's why
clearly,
she
still
came-
like she's crying. She's still obviously been dwelling on that as well.
Well, it's
How could you have left me, Tony? I loved you. Look at her.
Yeah. Well, it's because she helped capture an innocent man. Well, I don't know. It depends. He's not innocent to them, I guess.
Exactly. See, there's been no action in this movie, man. How did this movie cost $200 million for the house blowing up?
Well, there's a lot of that stuff.
That
going.
red in his eye there.
Well, also it costs like right off the bat, I think it was like $30 million for him.
Holy
So
fuck.
it's like,
well, it made its money back.
and if you add up like just the price of all the actors, you're already at like $70 million.
And then you've pretty soon Guy Pearce is gonna have to throw on an Iron Man suit and fight Iron Man.
That would be just a
And
little.
then it's Tony Stark versus Iron Man.
It becomes like
Whoa.
in Street Fighter when you have a mirror match.
Yes.
It's just a different
Oh,
color.
yes.
So it's like that Iron Man versus Iron Man. You're like, which one's which?
No, Tony Stark versus Iron Man, like Superman versus Clark
Yes.
Kent.
I had a thing because I've been playing Super Smash Brothers because I just got it for Christmas. But I had this thing where I was Ryu and I was going against Ken, and then I was like, what game am I playing? Like I'm sitting there like. I somehow inceptioned myself into a new video game. It's just like, what's happening? I was like,
here it is.
I had Bowser versus Peach at one point again. Just like, what?
Bowser versus Peach. It's okay to beat up a lady
Yeah, it's fine.
in the world of, they're just as strong as you are.
As long as you're pressing left and B, it's not a problem.
Exactly.
Yes.
Hashtag me too.
But
I've never been. Let's talk about Thor.
I've never been a huge Guy Pearce fan.
I think he's good.
He's fine, but that's it. Like he's fine.
Yeah.
It's just I don't.
He was great in Ravenous.
Yeah, like Memento was really
which I think
good.
I mentioned before on here.
Yeah, but like Memento was good, but not because of him. Like it was just a good story. And I feel like
he was great in that movie.
he was good, but
I forgot
just
about
like,
Memento.
But he like again, I feel like you could have plugged a lot of people into that role, and the movie would have been just as good.
I wonder if he's turned down a lot of bigger roles, like as he's always in. Like this is a bigger role.
Yeah.
But I feel like, he's kind of like the Michael Fassbender that didn't reach the level.
Oh, they were in the same friggin' movies sometimes. They were in Prometheus together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez.
Let him go.
What does that remind
That was his
me
little-
of?
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
I like
blow
this.
us up.
She gets. It's kind of funny because they almost turn their backs on that. They almost turn their back on this immediately. She was actually supposed to be revealed as the main bad guy,
Oh.
and she was going to be the one who was pulling the strings because she invented Extremis, and so like he's technically working for her. But then they were like, we don't want to bring in another bad. We don't want to get into
Another turn. She's the real bad guy.
Well, they didn't want to fall into the too many bad guy trap.
like the Mission Impossible where they just keep taking their faces off. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's how you get that done, bud.
So her role ended up getting shrunk and like all this kind of stuff. But also they made the argument. They were like, we don't think that people are going to buy the girl bad guy action figure when it's just like she just knows math.
Was the Guy Pearce in his business suit bad guy action figure a big seller?
No, but I bet you
I want the Guy Pearce.
I bet the half on fire one was.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe.
I don't even know. You never know what friggin' I couldn't tell you what action figures they've ever done. It's like you make this one and you're like, oh, what toys did they make? Iron Man, Iron Patriot, right? Well,
That's why they got to make all the different suits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like that we're gonna break into you thing. He's just still in there. He's like, I'm not coming out.
Oh, he's in there still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is.
Did it come out? No, I'm not gonna come out.
He's gonna just wail on it.
Well, this is.
Oh fuck! Here you go. Has that kid got that suit together yet? For fuck's sakes!
Well, he's
The
working
kid's gonna show up in the suit.
Well, Jarvis is back in it. It's powered up. It's just they're like rebooting systems or some shit like that.
He doesn't give a fuck about damage to the armor. Can I? I don't fucking know.
Well, I like that too because they've never like laid anything down that this guy might be able to do this sort of
Yeah,
shit.
he's like, what? You've never asked me to
Yeah.
fix it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, where's this coming from?
Yeah. I was your cook.
Yeah, like what the? And I'm not even good at that.
Yep. Oh,
Oh, here it is. Time for ass kicking.
I like this little moment too of
Oh, it's the door watch.
no watch. That guy looks like he looks like he's like, well, they all look like they're like the Russians in every one of the like every action movie of like the late 90s.
You see this guy? I'm good like that. How many miles? 832.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Man, that's a statement against Dora the Explorer.
that belongs to my friend's sister. Oh, shit.
I like that. Zip ties can't take over superheroes.
That's exactly what happens to me in bed. You watch lay down and impress you, and then that's it. That right there. That look of like, oh, it's not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ah.
Whoa, he's got flame breath.
Didn't care for
This
that.
guy's lame.
Yeah.
This one is just too lame for me. I'm telling you.
Well, that's
So
the
far,
thing.
this is the worst Marvel movie we've watched.
Yeah.
This is it. I thought 2 was bad. This one's fucking over the top, man.
Yeah.
That Bowser flame breath right there just did it. They just nuked the fridge, man. They just jumped the shark.
He literally jumps a shark later in this.
They just sent Arthur Tamzarian, the real one, back to Nam.
What was? Oh, it was. I don't even want to say what show it was because you'll punch me. It was. It was Community. They talk about jumping. Somebody mentions jumping the shark. He's like, there was an episode of Happy Days where he literally jumps the shark, and it was the best one.
That's where that term came from.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Well, and also, do you remember in Arrested Development when Henry Winkler jumps over a shark? They're on the dock and they're talking about the case, and he's being his usual bumbling lawyer self. And then there's a shark laying on the thing, and he just jumps over it and then keeps walking.
Oh, it was coming. It was on its way.
Yeah. Hey, boom. Hey, it's
Oh.
yeah. Hey, it's a hell of a start to have that thing that can blast and stuff like that. I feel like though, what's powering each individual piece? I love that. Go, go, go.
What
How
did he
far
just dump
away
on
is he?
there? Like,
I don't know. I think he
it's
mentioned
because Shane Black always has to add goofy shit into all his movies.
he mentioned something earlier, like that was foreshadowed, I remember, but like
Whoa. How's he doing it with one arm?
one leg too.
Ah,
He's balanced.
the opposite leg, thankfully.
That would have been the best if he went with both and he was just spinning around like a freaking.
Eventually just clip somebody.
That'd be amazing. I'd still try it because what do you have to lose, right?
Oh, there's a little special effect action for you there. Oh,
That must be really difficult to deal with though when you have human Tony with only a couple things on. You're like, we have to CG this or like wire this. With CG.
Oh, he's killing people left, right, and center.
Love that. Oh, they're working here. You'd figure that you'd have more of that. You would have like very
Okay,
little
buddy, I'm just in
loyalty
this for a paycheck, man. I ain't into this shit.
Yeah, somebody told me I could make like $200K a year by just like standing
Because
around and maybe punching.
I hate working here. Like they get regular paychecks and shit.
Of course they do. I don't know, like.
Is then like the bad guy union? These guys are too weird for me, man.
Well, what else are you gonna do, right?
Oh yeah, now he's gonna have to take out the Iron Patriot suit, which is they're gone rogue.
Yeah, he's still got a broken suit too.
Oh fuck! Oh, it's Don Cheadle kicking ass.
It's just fucking Don Cheadle.
He should meet Arnold from Commando. Arnold's going by. What's way to the guy with the fucking mustache?
I know. And he's dressed like he's in like a 70s golf movie.
Oh shit! Here we go.
I want to be rich enough to be able to use the term main house.
I want to be rich enough to fall asleep in a chair with a beer, not even concerned that half-naked model girls are playing ping pong.
It'd be all right.
I'm like, you know what? This ain't nothing. This is just Monday, baby.
Yeah. Well, he's probably like, that's probably why he's always falling asleep.
I wonder if that was like his idea to do it funny, like his actor choice, or did they want him?
I'm sure. Well, it was written funny, right? But like, it's like he's then put a little stank on it. He does, like, it's there. I think that the story and like the concepts in this movie are what hurt it, not the acting.
Right? No, the acting was great.
I think that it's some of Robert Downey Jr.'s best. I think that it's like Ben Kingsley's off the charts funny in this, and like other people are quite good in it. But yeah, it's just like it's the Extremis thing. I was more bothered by the Extremis, the fire stuff, than I am by this. I think like this twist could have been done well if they would have completely gone off the Extremis thing and you just found out he was the decoy of the Mandarin.
Right, exactly.
And then you never see the Mandarin in this movie. It teases him for another thing.
Right.
But he's been fighting the Mandarin's goons the whole time. You just find out that this isn't the Mandarin.
This isn't. I agree. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they should have done. There should have been a little Easter egg here, something just saying like, "Hey, there's a real Mandarin out there."
Well, and that's exactly it. And it's like
was the Mandarin in League with Hydra? Is that what you said?
No, AIM, the company that Killian owns. Like, basically the way they've told the story here is that Killian's company created the Mandarin.
Right.
As like, who they either believed to be fake or knew of the Mandarin as an underground terrorist.
Right.
And they're like, we're going to use that name because it's going to scare the right people. Right?
That's what you need to scare all the right people.
Oh. This is not the time for this.
Oh, shit.
So this makes me think that
we
this
have to
guy's...
send out 50 other Iron Patriot suits to fight that suit. Oh no, they've been compromised. Now we got to fight all of them.
He's built to say those lines. Only he could say that line with that kind of thing. Now
he's awesome.
Now I wonder though, because he just has that little turn. Okay, he's obviously one of the bad guys too. Oh shit! Oh, this
breaks
is why.
her neck.
That's why I remember.
They're blackmailing him.
Yeah, no, she doesn't. He wants to use.
He already is. I saw that stump glowing.
Uh-oh.
A glowing stump.
Glowy stump.
We'll test that out. We'll test that out on my father.
Uh-oh.
I think my dad would love to have flame leg.
That'd be great. I think that it is, it would still not be acceptable for the Iron Patriot to just fly up behind the president Like, I feel like he would still, like, they would attack him.
Oh, yeah, because you never know who's in the suit, right?
Yeah, well, it's just one of those
Ah,
things. Like, like no-fly zones and stuff. Oh, you're not allowed to fly over the White House? Oh, it's good dudes in it.
No,
though.
you
In
just
that
have to
plane,
go with
though.
it because
Oh,
he's
fine.
way stronger than anything you have. So you
Yeah.
have to be like, oh, Iron Patriot, cool.
Mhm.
Cool, even though in the back of my mind, he's like,
Yeah.
fuck, man.
I like that he just jump-started himself.
Just
with a
roll
boat.
up on me.
Oh, it was weird. The way he was moving, it almost made him look like he was the Predator.
Whoa, foreshadowing. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
I don't have to go to the bathroom, Iron Patriot. What you doing?
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Why? I feel like he could have done the exact same thing with the Iron
Probably,
Patriot
yeah.
suit.
Yeah. He's just showing off. He's just showing us that it's not him in there.
It's Terrence Howard. That would have been amazing. Oh,
Whoa. There's a lot of death in this movie.
yeah.
A lot of people dying.
Uh,
If Brian De Palma directed this movie, it would be rated X
yes.
because they hate him. I don't know about still. We'll have to see what his new one is.
Yeah.
Holy.
I feel like they weren't kind to him once.
No.
Because that doesn't seem to have been other than one movie, it doesn't seem to have been a repeating factor in his life. They didn't do that to him in Mission Impossible.
Is that really like, come on, you're going to shoot at him? Like, what are you doing there, Mr. President?
Survival
Like,
instinct. You're like, I've got a gun, I'll shoot, I guess. Because what else?
and
am
it'll
I gonna do?
ricochet off the suit and hit me.
Yeah, well, you're not always thinking, right? It's fight or flight.
This guy's going to burn it hot today, man. It's going to be a big old fire.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
That was not Rhodes. I'm going to tell you that right now.
It seems
Spoiler alert.
weird for this guy to be the last guy. You think it would have been somebody we half decently, like
He's-
James McAvoy. He rocks a shaved head.
He does.
You know, come on.
He does, and he rocks a muscly figure.
Fucking right, he
Put all
does.
those
The
things together.
Beast.
Good God.
He's the Beast. I'm telling you, you have to see that movie Split.
I've
Hottest
been
movie ever.
I've been wanting to see it.
Oh.
Well, and I want to see it before I see Glass, because obviously.
Yeah, I have to see
Right.
there at the end of it, though. Although I know how it ends.
Yeah. It's, he
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
That's
Why
it.
would you do
That's
that?
all it takes. Is one flame hand touch.
Well, and again, that would almost mean, why would you use flames? Why wouldn't you use some kind of like electricity or something like that flowing through them?
Right.
Because that
well,
would
that's what they
interrupt
got to work with. Okay, flames.
Yeah.
Holy shit, who's saving these guys?
I am.
There goes the president's convoy.
Yeah. I want to be sucked out of a plane. That would
That
be a great way to
was
go.
the exact, that's actual footage of what happens when Trump takes off.
Yeah.
People in his cabinet just jump to their deaths.
Oh. Yeah, exactly.
What did you
This
just
is
do?
a-
Did you just
he-
blast a
he
hole in the
just-
guy?
yeah, giant hole.
Holy shit, bud. You better, yeah, bud. There's a lot of people just got sucked out of the
Yeah,
plane
that'd be
there,
fine.
bud.
There's water down there, right? If you slam into water from like
Absolutely.
a mile up, it's totally fine. It's like being caught by a cloud.
Exactly. A water
And
cloud.
literally, they're actually falling through. The
Those
clouds
people
will
really
break
falling there? It looks kind of neat. Oh,
It
it looks pretty
looks-
good.
It does look pretty good. I like this.
Oh, this is kind of, he's got to save individual people.
Yeah. I like actually the way they did this scene. It's pretty interesting.
Oh, shit.
Whoa. I like they got to do the chain or whatever. You be the
You
hero.
grab them. Team
This-
effort.
This scene actually got me too. Like it tricked me in a way that it probably shouldn't have. Towards the end of it, we'll see.
They're going to form a chain.
Yeah, you're gonna catch each other, baby. It's gonna be great. God, this would be. I try to put myself in these like unbelievable scenarios, right? And I'm like, what would this be like? Hey, you're all falling to your deaths, and it's like, grab onto.
Barrel of monkeys.
Yeah.
It's more fun than barrel of monkeys, I guess. Wouldn't they like break their arms off or something? Like they have been falling for a long time. They were way up there.
Mhm. Well, it takes a long time to get down. So
Oh shit.
this
You don't
part-
want to be the last guy. Stop fighting, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because at some point you're going to decide that your numbers are enough.
Look at this.
You're like, okay, we didn't get everybody, but this is pretty reasonable.
Kevin.
Yeah. Oh, and now he's a chunky monkey. Oh, poor guy. Yes. He
It's a
should've-
good thing they can all hold on. Like,
Yeah. Well, he
Oh,
slowed
yeah.
them down instead of like stopped them dead.
Oh, yeah, we almost got an upskirt there.
Yeah, oh, you did.
Now they're going to drown still.
It's like every other Disney
They
movie
can't swim.
play. That would have been amazing.
yeah, like waiting. Yeah, we did it.
The
like,
one guy goes, "Woo!" Arms up, and he just sinks straight down. I love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Like that scene totally got like, what? And then I was, and I'm like, I was like, we've foreshadowed this a couple times now. Where
Oh, there you go.
his Google Glass.
The president's dead. They're taking it pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, here we go.
God, I like that this is the first time you've ever seen this area dim, like cloudy, and
Well, look what's happening. Oh,
House
buddy's like,
Party
oh,
Protocol.
shit.
it would have been the best if they say House Party Protocol and then a robot Kid and Play come out. They grab their
House
they're
Party
grabbing their
2.
ankles.
And they sing the theme from House Party 2.
Nice.
Here he comes. The
Do you think they get
Hulkbuster.
Do you think they get mad at the Friday movies? They're like, that's basically our fucking shit, man.
Yes, I think they're infuriated by it.
Well, once you when you do nothing else with your life, you would
Ooh.
probably think, her makeup's still
Oh,
pretty
you see
on
Pepper's
point.
abs there, brah?
Yeah, she's-
Whoa. Look at that. You know she's been working out. Every time that anybody's like, oh, there's a scene with me half naked on a tail, I gotta get ripped.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat nothing but ice cubes and do nothing but sit-ups until this movie's over. Oh, I would do that.
Yep.
If somebody was going to tell me you're going to be in a movie and you're going to be shirtless, in 2 months' time, I would look like Hugh Jackman. Like, there's nothing would stop me. I'm like, I'm eating nothing but chicken. I haven't slept in days. I'm just like, I'm
There
just
he
constantly doing.
is.
So we would be doing this show right now, and you would hear just like, oh,
Oh my God.
try that again.
Get right into it.
Yeah, sit-ups.
Look at I was doing
Sit-ups.
sit-ups.
I was hoping that was going to make more
I
noise.
told you I've
than
been
it did.
killing it. I'm gonna see what I can do.
Nice.
I got about 4 months or something, I think, before I start work, and I'm gonna try and do 20, 25 pounds. I think it can be done.
I could gain that much.
Fucking A. Isn't it awful how wonderful it is to gain weight?
It's the best.
How fucking and now I'm at that point, man. I gained a lot of weight,
I love
and
it.
now we're on it. I told you, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm going keto-ish,
Yes.
not just like I'm not gonna do fuck that
I'm still gonna eat bread and shit.
shit
That'd
bread.
be amazing. I'm going keto, but I'm not gonna take out bread or sugars.
Was that the big scene there, saving the people from the plane? Oh no, here we go.
No.
Here comes another action scene. Here we go. Come on, this
No,
movie's
this-
boring as fuck. I knew this
So
one sucked.
Your need for constant explosion, like this is the.
It's a comic book movie.
I know, but guess what? Also doesn't happen in comic books. Constant explosions because there's dialogue.
Yeah,
in
well,
comic
sometimes you get a whole comic and it's just people talking. You're like, well,
Yes.
this one was a dud. All this character shit. This thing's gonna transform or something, right? Isn't that the big one there?
books. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's
He's
Metroplex.
that big fucking guy. Yeah, he's Metroplex's brother, Constructoplex.
This just reminds me of Grand Theft Auto 5 when you have to pick up you just have to do a scene there's a
Oh,
mission where you have to go and pick up and move containers for no reason.
because there's a hookers trapped in the bottom one and there's no air.
No, it's one of those things because you have to go on there to scout out something for a robbery, but then somebody's like, "Hey, you get up on the crane." It's and then you're like, "Okay, I guess
Stop
I better get up on the
skulking
crane."
around and get up there and do your job.
And like every other video game, you're just totally able to do it, no problem.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, "Well, yeah, I'll just raise this
Just
up."
fake my way through this.
Just like every other crane, there's just a B button for down and an A button for grab and then an X button for
Yeah.
up.
It's
I
probably
like
a
this
lever.
too because he's also now the weak link. This is the only time in an Iron Man movie where Iron Man's the weak link.
Missed every shot there, Tony. All that.
And I like that. I like that dynamic between them. And this is a Shane Black thing. This is something he's really good at. This is Lethal Weapon. This
Yes.
is Last
Yep.
Boy Scout. He can write two dudes being together. I feel like maybe more. No, I feel like maybe more of this movie should have been more like this, where it was both of the guys lost their suits,
Right.
and he's like, he's like, I'm going to prove my worth.
Holy
Like, you
fuck.
were the military dude, you can fight and all that stuff, but I'm going to prove my worth by, using my smarts and even being able to fight a little bit myself. And
The whole thing should have been a buddy cop film.
it very well could have been. I feel like only a few minor tweaks to this movie.
Here it is.
Yeah. I feel like just a few minor tweaks to this movie could have like really made the difference.
Here we go. Yeah, I think so too. Oh fuck,
Yeah.
the whole team's showing up. They're making it fair. All the bad guys get an Iron Man suit too.
Exactly.
Look at this.
Now I will grant you.
Oh
What the
my
hell just happened?
lord.
Did my computer just die?
The whole thing just shit the bed here, people.
Oh my lord. I don't know what that was. Like literally, I just don't have my computer anymore.
No, it's not the computer. It's just the TV.
Uh-oh.
The TV
No.
went down.
Oh, the TV's off?
It's the TV.
Oh, my friggin' wife probably turned off my TV. Our Google Home has been on the fritz lately, and we're turning off the wrong TVs. So it's gonna continue. So hopefully,
That's hilarious.
it's less.
Here we
hilarious.
go. Here we go. Here we
Okay,
go.
let's see. Okay,
Boom, here we are. Now he's in his like, now
So,
he's mixing it up. We
we
missed a
never
piece.
hit-
Somebody tell us what we missed.
We never hit
Call in.
pause. You're right.
Oh, now these super freaks are fighting all the. This is exactly the same thing that happened in the second one, only now that all the suits are good guys. Oh,
That's
fuck.
fair.
Here comes the big daddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like this one. Almost like I like this one in a way like a little bit better than the Hulkbuster because he's got a little bit more character.
And it
in
has
the
mechanisms
design.
that whir.
Yeah, I do like whirring mechanisms.
Who doesn't?
I'm pretty easily won over.
The whir of mechanisms.
There's a Christmas tree on that ship. These lights like coming down from one spot, and then just like they made like a little Christmas tree.
These dudes are fucking badass, eh?
Oh yeah, well that's what they've been doing. Like the two main ones,
Oh.
they've disabled pretty quickly. So
Holy shit. Ooh. Man, that is lucky that Pepper didn't just get exploded right there.
oh she did. She's been exploded.
Maybe she's been shot with the serum. That's going to be a big thing.
I love that you don't remember these movies. It actually is quite helpful.
Sorry,
doesn't get a
man.
suit. Way to go, Iron Patriot.
He's just jealous that he,
Good evening, Colonel.
they're getting him the fuck out of there.
I would love to be hugged by an Iron Man.
I don't want to be hugged by a fucking Iron Man. I'd like to be hugged by the Hulk.
Oh, not me.
So he has to show restraint.
See this one.
Whoa.
This was what was really cool about this one is you got to see a ton of different types of Iron Man. That's why this would have been, imagine like that new Spider-Man game for PS4, but you could be any of these
Any
Iron
of the
Mans.
armors.
So
I'm surprised. They probably do that in their fighting one.
yeah,
Do they have a fighting game like Injustice, or is that no? Is that a no? Is that a big no? Is
that probably no.
there a fighting game?
I don't know. There's got to be something, but
I'm
don't.
surprised one of the Marvel guys isn't in Smash. Like they
Yeah.
had to put Thor in there or something, right?
That would have been cool. They
Although it's
But no.
Disney, they're not gonna fuck with that.
they don't need to. Imagine if Disney
Strain.
came out with their own video game system.
I would not fucking put that past them, dude. Seriously.
I'm still surprised that Apple hasn't.
Didn't they have a thing that was gonna come out?
I don't know.
Oh no, he's gotta fight the Flame Ripper.
Because they're doing they do everything else. That
And they don't
everybody
burn their
else does.
pants off or nothing.
Well, I don't know. His legs don't get fiery, or he's got flame retardant clothing. That exists. That's
Fucking
not
A, it
not
does.
impossible.
She's watching. She likes to watch, Tony.
She's watching me finger you.
Yeah. Close your eyes and I'll finger you.
Oh, you want to see it? But, oh.
Oh, nice.
So apparently during phase 2, for some reason, they decided they were going to chop off somebody's arm in every single movie.
Yeah.
So that was the one for this movie. We'll have to find the arm
Oh,
chopping off.
Jesus, Pepper.
Yeah, we'll have to find the arm chopping off for all the other ones. That was that was their it was their tribute to Empire Strikes Back when Luke gets his hand cut
Right.
off. It's like somebody's gonna get their hand or arm cut off in every single movie.
Oh, shit.
And I do know for a fact that it happens in the next movie too. I'm just trying to remember some of the other ones. Oh,
It's a good thing he's got Matt Parkhurst because holy shit. It's a good thing Pepper Potts is tough as fucking nails, man. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jarvis.
She didn't have those washboard abs. She'd have been dead by now.
Oh yeah, her core is
Yeah.
keeping that shit in check.
Absolutely.
That's probably like they CG'd on the core.
Oh shit!
Nice. There
Nothing
was
doing. You gotta get an
see,
outline.
there's that Mr.
Oh
President.
shit! I didn't mean I was coming down there. I meant I was jizzing.
Yeah.
I used the wrong term. See ya.
Uh,
Oh, he's gonna
Why do they
Tango and Cash the fuck out of
yeah.
there.
I was gonna say, why do they have like a zip line right down to it? But it wasn't. It's
Oh, he
just,
had quite the. He's got quite the section of movie here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Terrence Howard should have been fucking shitting himself when this one came out.
Yeah.
This one's
Well,
like,
even the second one when he got to be War Machine and shit like that, right?
Oh shit! The old containers. They love using these. Holy shit!
That old trope.
Whoa! Holy
Oh,
fuck!
What was in that? It should have just said on the side like contains all the explosives. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's-
What? Yeah.
they
No.
didn't-
Exactly. What the fuck was in there? Like an A bomb?
Unless that was the two guys exploding when it landed on them. That's
Oh, it was the
possible.
two of them. No, you're right. Nope. That makes sense. Actually. Yep.
All right.
Well, no, because they blow up the whole fucking half a block for God's
Yeah.
sakes. Like.
So
Now, now the president's gonna kick ass.
That would have been the
Holy
best.
shit!
He's like, mind if I get in on this? And he's like, and then he's like, are you gonna use the suit? And he like takes off the suit. He's like, no, I don't want to be slowed down. And he just starts doing like spin
Now I
kick
can
after
build the
spin
wall
kick.
myself. Look at that. They're really
Could you imagine?
abcorn it up.
I know. Oh my
Look at that, eh?
That belly button just made me want to throw up.
She's got an Audi.
It's not even.
Well, that's what happens when you're really skinny and you got the ripped abs. Your belly button looks fucked.
Yeah, you got
it's
no-
not even a belly button anymore. It's not a. Well, no, it is technically a button. Oh God.
That's the end of that.
Whoa.
Then he wakes
Pepper's
up.
dead.
It was all a
Oh
dream.
my God. I'd fucking lose it.
No, you know what would be the best? This is what they should do in one of these movies. He wakes up, he's like, it was all a dream. Then he wakes up again, he's unconscious right where he was. He got knocked out and then had a dream that it was all a
That
dream.
it was all a dream.
And then he wakes up and he's like, oh, none of it was a dream.
Oh fuck! Pepper's dead,
ouch.
buddy.
That's a dick thing to say. There's really not much. Yes. So that reminds me a lot of. Yeah. So, like that movie reminds me a little bit of what he says in Avengers. You know, when he's saying like you wouldn't be the guy to like lay down on the wire or whatever, and he's like, I just cut the wire. He's like, that's what he does. It's like I'm not gonna try and punch this guy who can take me in the face. I'm gonna slide under him.
Exactly.
Get my man suit.
What? He was like, where is he?
This is kind of an interesting set piece though, in that he keeps getting into suits.
Different
and gets
suits,
destroyed,
yeah.
You know, it's like, again, it's just
These guys
like-
are tough as fuck, man. Like, holy shit.
Now, my thing, though, is, like, if it wasn't this extremist thing, what would it be? That would be, like, you'd be able to fight, like, these. Like, if you're just fighting, like, the Mandarin's bad guys.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Like, are you going to reveal whatever the magic, the 10 rings is? Or,
Right.
like, and that's what's giving the guys
if
their
it was the
powers?
real Mandarin with the magic, I would have used magic. They all had,
Yeah.
like, holy shit, he just chopped his leg off.
Mm-hmm. And at that point, you
the
can
hell just
essentially make
happened
them
there?
the same guys. I don't know.
Is it
Actually,
just a suit?
we're talking about Fin Fam Foom earlier. Those are the symbols of him on his chest.
Ah.
Oh.
How did he chop his leg off without chopping his leg off?
Oh. See, spit it out the back. I don't know. The product.
Oh, here's the suit.
Yeah.
The prodigal son, the first one. The kid's not in there, is he?
Yeah, that would have been amazing. Whoa.
Don't even let him get into it. Oh, shit.
Well,
Wow,
it gives you the
buddy.
opportunity for this next moment, though, which is weird and.
Oh yeah, they don't think have they forgotten about this ending like for the rest of the movies? Like
No, they cover it.
it wears off.
Yeah, no, they
suck the poison out of
no,
her.
he cures it,
Oh,
like
yeah.
because that was his whole point, and like his thing with the girl, right?
Jarvis.
Don't
Oh shit.
Boom.
Oh shit! Here you go.
See, my
The whole
solution.
thing's- Whoa!
Nice. My solution to all of the, like every supervillain is to shoot them into the sun. I was like, nobody survives the sun.
In the original Infinity War, Thanos throws Deadpool into the sun,
Oh yeah.
and he still comes back.
See, like that's my thing, because I always said I was talking to somebody about
Oh, here's all
the
the
Hulk.
money. Here's the
Somebody-
200 million.
Yeah, I was talking about somebody who really loves the Hulk, and they're like, you can't kill the Hulk, blah blah blah. I'm like, throw him into the sun. That won't kill him. Yeah, but he'll never come back. The gravity of the sun will just keep him there, and there's nothing for him to jump off of to jump away from the sun.
He'll
So
rage.
just-
He'll get so strong that he'll destroy the sun.
But there's nothing. Like again, it's just a ball of gas. There's nothing. It's not like he can
He'll
punch.
suck it in.
There's. What the? Oh. That, imagine it was the kid's head in there.
Pepper's dead. The kid's dead.
I'd flip over this
Oh,
table. This
fuck.
movie
Here's
is
Pepper.
dark.
My vag is hot for you,
Have
Tony.
you seen this boy?
Is that? Oh, it's Buddy.
It's
Just die already.
yeah. See, the problem with that too is again, it's like it's not the strongest CG that they've done, and it's not holding up compared to some other things. Boom.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Oh fuck! I totally for this movie is lame. You know, this movie is so a Shane Black movie. Watch The Predators, and
Yeah.
you're just like, what in the fuck? Just like the ideas that he has, like they're fun and all, but it's like, oh my god.
Yeah. So it's like fun, but not the point.
Yeah,
Is
it's like,
kind
come
of what
on,
you
like,
mean,
oh
right?
my god! No, it just makes it a little bit like, oh, lame.
Yeah. No, I'm on board with
He's
that.
gonna cure her.
Well, but that was the whole point. And see, like that's something I could easily buy into because the whole point of the other girl coming to him was he knew how to fix this,
Oh shit!
He's
Now
like,
Pepper's gonna be like, you
or-
fucker.
or at least he was on the right path to fix it.
Whoa! Pepper Potts hot when she's kicking ass.
But you know, this is what won her over to keep her around till the next.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because it's like, oh, you're gonna give me
Look
the
at the
opportunity
ribs
to do
on
this
her.
every now and again.
Eat a fucking sandwich, girl.
I know. Eat several. See, bread, Todd. Bread.
She's in the opposite category. She needs to put on.
Yeah.
I find her too skinny.
Yeah.
I think she's attractive.
See,
I
to
wouldn't
me-
kick her out of bed.
See, to me,
Not
bread
my first
is
choice.
bread is the key to success.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, yeah.
See
I
what
don't get it.
See what I sort of did there?
Why don't you dress like this at home? Why don't you dress like this anymore?
I always dress like this. That's why you're mad at me. You just see,
Aw.
you just see it goes to a shot of him. And he's just not wearing pants. Like he's just dick out.
Oh, hot. Nope. Probably gonna blow up any minute.
Yeah. See?
Oh, he almost had it. He almost had what's her name too, and now look where it got him.
Imagine they would have had a nice three-way.
Ooh, that would have been hot. A little too hot. Melt the core. Melt through the plates. All the way to the bottom.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of a crazy thing too.
Play the AC/DC and let's get the fuck out of here.
Actually, there's no AC/DC in this movie.
Whoa,
This is
isn't
the
there a
only
slow
Iron-
one that could have... yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one slow AC/DC tune.
Give me a
That
slow
ballad.
jam. They just slow down back in black.
Pretty much, yeah.
Black in black.
Oh, blow them all up.
I
How
would've
many
liked them-
suits did he have? Like, there was only so many down there.
He made 42 total.
Oh, that's right.
Well, no, but those were underground. Like those were when he calls the house party thing, because all the ones that were in the glass case were all destroyed.
Right.
These ones were all buried in the thing.
Oh,
so
it's
when
like fireworks.
yeah.
Oh,
So I'd be mad at him for
Tony.
this. I'd be like, you gotta like keep a suit. I just don't want you to only do suit. Like it was like you've been obsessing over your suits. I just want you like be Iron Man. Just
Oh, Tony. It's a good thing I didn't go
Yeah.
with Guy Pearce.
yeah, I know. He had an explosive temper. Mwah, mwah, mwah. See, I remember I was talking to somebody about this too. Oh yeah, she's dead. I was sitting there. I was like, what? I was like, why is she a part of the epilogue? I was like, she's dead. Well, these are just flashbacky things.
Oh, buddy.
It was worth it. I feel for him.
Oh,
He-
I think I
he
just
wasn't.
pooped.
Oh no! Why did you aim that at me? That was a dick move.
I want you to experience it with me, man. Let's have a moment. Great to see you.
I like this too, but like I was having a conversation with somebody about this. He's like, "Well, so he can't be Iron Man? He's not going to be Iron Man anymore."
Oh,
and I'm like,
look at this.
Because they're removing his chest.
Yep.
Shit. And I'm sitting there, and all I'm thinking is, I don't think they have glass doors. They have like surgical theaters. I would have bought if they were like looking in like that. But
they never do those anymore in the T. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
And it's out.
Hello.
He's got no more chest piece.
I picture he's wearing the white suit and it's just blood is just like oozing down it. They never closed up his hole.
Or it's still oozing. You know there's going to be a little ooze.
Yeah. Well, it's like to me.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's alive. What did I miss? What did I miss?
Everything.
Oh, he's talking about dented.
Apparently, the girl there was supposed to be involved in the movie or like another movie or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the scenario was.
Oh, here we go. I'll be your dad.
That'd be amazing.
Well, he did say in the one part, holy fuck, look at the lab he's got now.
Yeah.
Holy shit. He threw that in there one afternoon while the kid was at school.
Potato gun Mark II. Did you see
that?
Yeah, how did like...
Yeah,
how did
he went to
get
school. They turned this into
the little arm. He has the little arm too.
Is this kid gonna turn out to be his nemesis later, like Syndrome?
Nice.
That
would be great. I just played a little bit.
You should have been my dad.
I bought Lego Incredibles for my son, and watching a 3-year-old play a video game is the funniest thing in the world.
Yes, it is actually.
But
as long as they keep playing.
Yeah.
And you can just keep on laughing.
Yeah. But yeah, so like everybody just thought like, oh, he's not going to be Iron Man anymore. I'm like, he doesn't need. He needs one of those things to power the suit, but it doesn't need to be inside him for it to work.
He took it out.
We can rebuild. This is like the Batman Begins. We can rebuild moment.
We can rebuild him.
Screwdriver. What do I do with this? He realized, oh, now that I don't have that thing in my chest, I don't know how to do.
He's driving the e-tron.
I don't know what that is, but it looks awesome. I was just like,
there's the arm. The only thing he kept. The only thing that apparently lived.
Yeah. Well, he's moving to New York.
Does that look damn good in the rearview mirror?
Yeah. I am Iron Man. So that's why I liked. Like I get the change to do from I am Tony Stark to I am Iron Man. He's like, none of these things were Iron Man. He's like, I just wore a suit.
I wonder how much what he got paid to direct this film. Oh, and Jon Favreau is the executive producer.
Yeah, he's the executive producer on all of the movies, or one of the executive producers on all of the movies that have Iron Man in it.
What does the executive producer do again exactly?
Well,
like everything?
Well, no, like the guy who's producer is the one who's really doing the work. Like you'll see, like there's like a half dozen executive producers on these movies.
Just like they put the money up.
They are often money, or like studio people and stuff like that. But there are executive producer credits they give to people who kind of like earned their slot for like for whatever reason, and that's what they did for him.
Right.
It's like, well, you're not going to direct anymore, but Jon Favreau, he's an executive producer on all the Avengers movies and this Iron Man movie. But he's not like the executive producer on Doctor Strange.
Let's see what our scene is.
There's 2 scenes.
Once
in this one,
she
actually.
fell into the fire, I was like, oh my God.
I
know what's going to happen here.
I know. Well, because there was no moment to reflect on it either, right?
But it is a comic book movie, so what you're going to say, of course, crazy shit's going to happen.
Yeah. But yeah, this one, its failure was in the concepts. It was like the moments in the movie were good. But like it was just it's all in like, hey, we're gonna go with this thing. I'm like, I wouldn't have gone with that thing. But
I feel like this is the same ending that like all the. I gotta get back into the Shane. Like, you can really feel it's a Shane Black movie though, eh? Like totally.
It does really have the.
It's gotta have the young kid in it, right? Like.
Oh, it's all the little pieces.
Yeah, all those
even
little
the fact
things
that
he likes.
Over Christmas.
What's a Christmas movie?
Because like Lethal Weapon takes place over Christmas. Last Boy
Scout takes place over Christmas. Yeah, what the fuck, eh?
Yeah.
Huh? I think something violent happened to him at Christmas, or he saw something violent happen.
Gremlins was about him.
Yep.
He was the original.
Oh, look, but he's not dead. There he is, getting up.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Ty Simpson. Was he Dale Dickey?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a lot to go through. Like they're covering like all the Iron Man movies in this weird montage.
I like it. It's if you just walked in.
Yeah.
Shit, we missed it. Why are we even walking in?
Like,
oh.
Was it like their intention that it's like, oh, this is going to be the last Iron Man movie, so we just give it a little bit of lip service here? Or? Okay, so this is, I thought that was where the first credit scene would have went. There's two credit scenes.
Well, you were wrong.
I was wrong,
There's too many credits to have these big spaces. People move along.
Yeah, I know. Ooh, ominous music
holy
playing.
God.
Yeah, tighten that shit up so we can get this thing done.
No, once we get into like, that entire country that did the special effects, that'll fly by.
There we go.
I still think that like
single space.
There should be like an award at this year for longest credits, which would go to Black Panther.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly think that was the longest credit. I couldn't believe it. It was like 15 minutes later. I'm like, holy shit. Like,
but it's also because a lot of them are like that. Like when we did Lord of the Rings, remember how bloody long that one was too? Because like there was like 5 minutes of just like the names of the members of the fan club or whatever. So it's like,
what a movie.
I'm wondering if a part of it isn't the anticipation and having to wait for the next. For like you want the after credit scene, you're like, come on, just.
So they do it. They actually add lots of fluff names.
Yeah.
Just to make you sit and wait it out a little bit longer.
There's one guy he's in all of them. He's like he's called the second best boy, and his name's Making You Wait.
And there's like, you'll see like the credit comes up that says like associate in charge of fake names and credits. You're like, what?
Hold on a second.
Yeah, what the fuck, like. The gaffer. It's not a gaffer. I think that should fall to the gaffer. He's not doing enough.
Yeah.
Fucking gaffer.
Go gaff something.
Was it you that told me that, I think it was, I don't know if it was you that told me, but this dude, I saw this guy, he was walking down the street in Toronto and he had like it was that M. Night Shyamalan movie where they're trapped in a room or in an elevator or something, and one of them, the devil. It's called like The Devil or whatever. And one of the people in the elevator is the devil.
Oh.
And, but okay, was the movie any good? He was like, terrible. I worked on the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, unless I'm mixing up a story that you told me, but his entire job on set was to turn off or on a light.
That was not me.
Oh, so okay, there was that. He said that his entire job, anybody could have done it, but because he was the electrician guy, his job every day was to walk in the morning, turn a light switch on, which turned everything on, and then he sat there all day, and at the end of the day, he just turned it off.
Yep. That's the union thing.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. He was like, it was so terrible. He was like, I just sat there all day getting paid. I was like, boo-hoo. It's like, that sounds like the best job ever.
Well, see, the nice thing about guys like this who work in film stuff, they like to be able to solve the problems. They want to be able to go and say, I played a crucial part in Avengers being made. Like, if it wasn't for me, then, like, like
I made those shawarmas.
Like, yeah. Or, like, the look of, like, the Iron Man blasting stuff. That was me. I'm the one who's running those lights that go off or blah, blah, blah. So, like, that's my part in it. But, yeah, I can understand. Yeah, all I did was just sit around, hit this button, take it off when they told me to take it off. That was the end of it. But those are the things with those union things, man. Because if the director would have just been like, and this was very similar to the kind of problems that like George Lucas was in. He's like, why can't I just turn on the light? That's a union man's job. You were taking, and you're like, oh, it's just a light. Like, I don't like, no, that's an electrician's job.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like they had to make the light. The light's already there. The switch was already
and
built.
he was saying, that's funny because he was saying it was turn a light. It was do one little thing. I'm sure it was turn a light on.
Yeah.
Because he was the lighting tech guy or something. And he said it was one little room.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure the guy was getting paid. Here it is. Boom. Cram those names in. We don't need to know Matthew Chardonnette.
I do. I need Orlando Meunier.
Oh, what about Dmitry Krasnodubsky? That's a good one. Holy fuck, we're missing some good ones in there.
N.O. Ryu.
Ooh, in Ryu.
That's what I was.
Inside Ryu's anus hole.
Clement Yip. That seems weird.
Is there one after the other here? Or what? Once we get to the halfway point here, then we get one.
I have a feeling that this is a version that doesn't have both, which means we'll have to discuss the other one.
We will.
But as we did, we
We're
already
getting
said
there.
that originally it was supposed to be Iron Man going into space and blah 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 blah.
But he runs into the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, you know what? No, this one only has one.
You fucking liar.
I'm sorry. It's
Oh.
the next one. See, because this is what happens when I research multiple movies at once.
What?
It's the next one that has 2.
Oh, oh
So
wow.
I apologize.
You should be so sorry.
I'm pretty sorry. I don't know if I'm so sorry, but I'm up there. Look at that guy. It is Atanasov. Like, I was like, you didn't even try naming yourself.
Naming yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's how it goes.
That's how I did
Yeah.
it. I came
He
out.
renamed himself. He had a moment, and that's what he named it. He really blew it. He's like, fuck.
Look at that name. Chiratanakornukul.
Artemis? Oikonomopapaluyuyu?
No, that's Nick Bell, it says.
Oh, yeah.
No, but when
Yeah,
I was
it is.
born, I popped out of my mom, did a backflip, landed Iron Man hero style, and said, "Behold, Joe." And then I flew.
And then you flew back into her vagina.
No. Now that my body had started, like, I was cold at first, but now my body was starting to get used to it. I'm like, this world is mine. But then I went outside because I'm a December baby. I'm like, it's cold. Get me back in there. But then they said, no, that's not a thing. They're like, we'll just have to swaddle you in a blanket. I'm like, that sounds awesome.
I could go for a swaddle. Shit, man.
I feel like there should be, like, that's probably a thing you can do in Japan. You go and you get swaddled, and then, like, some giant man just, like, holds you and rocks you to sleep.
Well, soothing you with sweet Japanese limericks.
Yeah. Or they put, like, headphones. Oh, my God. Logan did the Mandarin
Oh, my
video
God.
sequences. Good
Oh,
Lord.
so it was a whole other team that they had. Imagine that our job is to make the videos. But you couldn't get, like, Mambo number 5.
Now, my question, though, is do they do that because it's like, oh, okay, like the main place, they can't handle all the little jobs, so we're just going to outsource these little jobs? Or do they do that to,
Special thanks to Joss Whedon.
yeah, or do they do all that, like, so then, like, certain things have different looks? It's kind of like how
Right.
they built the Death Star. Like, no one person built the Death Star. They bought a ton of model kits, and then somebody would start working on it, and then they would rotate, and then somebody else would start working on the same area. So here's the after the credits scene. So, like, this is, like, the whole idea is he's been talking. This was actually Robert Downey Jr.'s idea because they weren't going to do the other thing. So yeah, he's got this little moment. He's got his little therapy moment. This made me like.
Totally forgot about this.
I know, right? Oh, little Mark Ruffalo. See, I like the
elevator in Switzerland.
the beginning.
So you heard none of it. I'm sorry. I'm not that kind of doctor.
Yeah, true.
Therapist.
This
It's
is-
not my training. I don't have the temperament.
That's a good line, actually.
1983.
The good thing about Mark Ruffalo, he's always doing indie films, so you know he's got time to come and do a quick.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. He's like, I'm going to go back and keep talking about this. Sometimes you got to get off your chest, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Like a big metal circular thing jammed in there. Sometimes you just got to get it out.
All right, guys, that's it for this one. Good news is Tony Stark will return, as that just said. Our next movie, we are getting another sequel, Thor: The Dark World.
Oh,
We're going to
Could be better. Could be better.
We're gonna dabble in the world of the Dark Elf.
Ooh, Dark
little
Elves, man.
Mm-hmm. So make sure to tune in next week.
Right on.
We're gonna talk about it one way or another. If
You're
you
damn right
if you
we're
didn't
gonna.
like the movie, just listen to us. You don't have to watch it again if you don't want to, but we're going to watch it because
Listen to us watch it,
that's
though.
what you're not paying us for.
That's what we're here for.
That's
we're going
right.
to watch the movie for you.
If you don't let me do it, I'm gonna kill myself on the air.
Whoa, ratings are going to be huge. Let's do that.
Right?
Oh, man, New Year's Eve killing.
Nobody.
3, 2. Nobody wants to see Ryan Seacrest anyways. There's going to be a lot of suicides the moment he shows up on screen.
Oh yeah, he is hosting that.
He
isn't
always is. And then
That
the
was-
other one's got like Anderson Cooper and the other guy.
Oh, it used to be Anderson Cooper and Kathy Griffin.
Oh,
then that
my
went-
God. It should be Kathy Griffin and Carrot Top.
Oh my God. Now we're
Oh,
getting
my
into some-
God.
Oh my God. That was I do remember it was Dick Clark's last New Year's Eve one
And they
where they're
exposed
like,
him to be an ageless robot.
No, he wasn't in the entire show, but then right at the end, I don't even know if they pre-taped it or if they just we're just gonna walk you to a seat, you're gonna say something quick, and we're gonna get off you and we're gonna drag you back out. But he was like so weak, and he had like this kind of shake to
I'm
him.
laughing. It's so terrible.
But like it was so bad, and I just remember going, "Oh my god, end this year, so I never have to think about
I know,
this
right?
again." Like,
Holy God.
I'm going at grappling. hook
Here
the
he
ball,
is.
and I'm
He's
pulling
like,
it
he has
down.
no idea where he is.
Oh,
He's
it was
gone.
horrible. It was like when they wheeled out Kirk Douglas at the
Oh,
Oscars, and then
God.
like he tried to. He's like,
And he just made a demonic sound.
and,
You're like, oh
well,
God.
all it reminded me of was he sitting in that wheelchair. I'm like, the last time I saw Kirk Douglas in a wheelchair was in the movie Greedy, where he played a extremely old near-death man.
Yeah, the family wanted the money.
And that was
Was
25.
Beau Bridges in that?
No. And
He should have been.
But it was like, that was 20 years before.
Yeah.
Or at least, or maybe 25 years before. I'm like, so when you're the super old, about to be dead man then?
He looked like an alive liver spot.
Oh my God. He looked like, I actually posted it. I think I just posted it on my own thing, on my own Facebook, but I put him next to Gary Oldman's character in Hannibal, and they looked identical.
Identical.
And a terrifying.
That's why if you put John Carpenter together with Tong Po, not Tong Po, what's his name? For the Asian bad guy from Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh yeah.
When he doesn't have the white makeup on and he's just the old, you know, in the wheelchair, they look exactly the same.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week with Thor 2, Thor the Dark World, Thor the Also World, Thor number 2.
Dark elves are sexy too, yo. So you think Thor's hot and all the Asgardians, now they got like sexy elf dudes and women's.
And one of the biggest persons from Oz is in it. So you got
Penis
that to look
persons?
for. Yeah. I think so, anyways.
Ooh. Who's penis?
Well, you don't see him.
Elf cock.
No, it's Adebisi is in this movie.
Adebisi's in this.
You don't see Adebisi in his normal form, nor do you see his cock, but maybe you do. I don't know.
Exactly.
Teaser.
Bring him back in. Bring him back in. You never know.
Reshoots.
When they do the Marvel secret scene at the end. Yep.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week with that.
His penis penis plays Don
Thor.
Cheadle, who couldn't show up on set.
You got it. Bye.
Bye.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Later.
See ya.
Right. Peace. Woo-woo.